I'm just saying I've never like been standing at a urinal with 5 other urinals next to me open, and then somebody walks up to the one immediately next to me and says, "I'm a vegetarian." Only it's only the vegans.
Amazing.
Alright, so breakfast passes by fairly uneventfully. Dinner, the breakfast is served promptly, and the food is, yeah, it's pretty tasty. Hugo just chomping up some bird seed as best he can with his beak.
Bird, hey,
All right.
bird, want some seed? Yes. Hold on, I have to put that in Hydra.
Oof.
Alright everybody, so what's the plan for today? I know we got a whole lot of stuff to do, but...
Oh, you know what? I should definitely send a message back to, what's his name? Mr. Professor Man. Mr. What was it? Skull Crusher? Bone Breaker?
That is Bone Crush.
Thaddeus Bone Crush. Or like Chadius.
Got him.
He fucking stomped that demon. And also all those drow.
It took me forever to find it.
Why were you
Oh
looking?
my god. Is that a goblin and a kobold?
I didn't know goblins
Yes.
had tails.
Yeah, neither did I.
Plot twist, it's a butt plug.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
I'm all in now.
I can only get so erect.
Oof.
They call it looters.
Fuck, that's really good!
Oh man.
What, the name or the thighs?
Ooh. Yes.
I thought you were talking about the name of the butt plug.
Do we look for other things from the list, or what?
I don't get it.
I think we've been over this before, Brandon. Whenever furry shit gets posted, Nathaniel posts that image.
We've
Yeah,
we've never been over this.
We have been over this.
We were over it last week, I think.
We
I
were.
don't think I was here for it.
How dare you? How dare you? No.
Oh shit.
No.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
No.
Yes.
Not one. Not two. But three.
I opened up a private window in Firefox just so I could pull that up.
Oh yeah, I bet you did. Yeah, you definitely didn't just have that on your desktop.
It's definitely not your background.
You want me to make it my background?
It's mine now.
Please don't.
Like, I'm not sure how it affects us, but go for it.
Know what? Know what? Okay, you guys want to play like that? I got you. Don't trip. Don't trip.
Oh god.
Do it.
Don't trip.
Do it.
God damn it! Ah.
Oh my god.
let's get back to playing D&D.
Yeah, let's go back to my DD.
Wait, I thought this was D&D.
This is how we play D&D. We just roleplay different horrible things in the chat.
Oh god, that was
I
funny.
think you misspelled wonderful.
Oh no.
Wasteland, I think you mean Wonderland.
Alright, so that salmon was pretty
So my
good.
so my oats and barley, they're very nice. They have a nice blend of cumin in them.
Yeah, my salmon is very evenly seasoned with a little bit of salt and pepper.
Okay, so you guys have passed your meal in good time, and alright, so Eldon just messaged me saying that he's gonna cut out. He's feeling fatigued, probably from either the COVID or the medicine, so he's...
Damn it.
Or by the porn.
Dang.
Too much jerking.
It was too much for him.
Understandable, understandable.
It almost got me.
Last time you guys said that you wanted to take a couple days off. Is that still the route you would like to pursue and go about the town, or would you like to do anything more specific, or it's completely up to you?
I kind of pitched what I was interested in doing. That hot spring sounds like a fun time. I'm kind of interested to see what those fish taste like if they're that tasty.
Is there a waterfall nearby? Because not Bosk. What, the character's name is you.
What the fuck do you think you are? You?
Well, you.
Who do
Ugh.
you think you are?
Oof.
Who's on first?
Who's on second?
So, anyways, what does Flaxanax like to know?
If there's a waterfall, because then you can meditate under the waterfall.
You can certainly ask.
Okay,
I
Piccolo.
asked the bartender.
Oh yeah, Boiling Lake has several waterfalls because since it's by the mountains, there's the foothills where the peaks start going down. Some of the hot water flows down through there. Plenty of waterfalls.
I think it would just be real nice and relaxing to go to the hot springs. Unless you guys have something you want to do.
Is there anything that anybody wanted to do in town this session before you guys head over there?
Are there any shops in town where
Well,
we could
Costello,
like, restock
I'm
our
going to New York
supplies
with you.
or
You know, Bucky
see
Harris,
if
the
we
Yanks
can
manager, gave me a job as...
pick up anything interesting?
Look, all I want to know is
Magic
when you
shops
sign
and
up the first
blacksmiths?
baseman, how does he sign his name to
Who?
You
the
can look around and see if you find
How does he
anything.
sign his
That's
name?
how he signs it.
Cool.
Yes.
Alright, we can probably meet back in an hour or so before we go to the lake. I'm just gonna get drunk and wallow in my depression.
Oh, I can help you. I can help you out with that.
Oh, good.
Boy.
I'd take a sip of my mead.
Nothing is better than two idiots agreeing with each other.
Well, I mean, I don't think you're that dumb. He takes another sip of his mead.
Yeah, smart move. So, anybody else? So, boss, you said you wanted to look for any blacksmiths or magic shops. Would anybody else like to go to any other stores and
Can I
places
take
in
my
town?
mead with me?
Bartender says, if you ask the bartender, then he says that you can as long as you return the mug
Alright.
intact,
I'll make sure to bring it back if that's alright with you.
please.
Okay, I'll take another one to go then.
He hands
Also,
another mead.
how much is it gonna be for the salmon and the extra mead?
7 silver.
Alright, I'll hand him 7 silver.
Oh, we didn't have a room in this inn, or do we?
Well, unless you slept out on the ground or in the hay, then. But
Hey.
it also depends if anybody doubled up. I'm going to presume that Rem and Martha doubled up on their room, and Celia and Albrecht probably did.
No, because if Shiva has her own room, she's probably gonna go back to it and start curating something.
Ooh, nice. Go for it.
All right.
I see.
Alright, does Flaxanax or Albrecht want to go anywhere?
Albrecht's gonna go with you. He's just gonna browse around.
You said that there was a waterfall, right?
I did. At the...
I want to go with Telly. I want to go with Telly to the hot springs because the waterfall's near the hot springs, right?
Yeah, it's part of them where some
I
of
go
the
with Telly to the hot springs.
I think the
Alright.
plan is to stay in town and then all head over there later.
Okay. Then
At least
in that case,
that's how I was imagining it.
Yeah, Hugo said meet back in an hour. If you don't have anything specific you want to do, then
Flaxanax just smokes some of his dank herb up in his room and closes the door so no one knows that he's smoking his dank herb and leaves the window open so no one knows he's smoking his dank herb.
I mean, I
Wow.
think
He
the
doesn't
window
hotbox
is
the
good.
room. He doesn't hotbox his
which
room.
herb?
See, the thing is, we never actually determine what the herb is, except that it's dank.
Bay leaves.
True.
The Baileys.
True.
Bay leaves.
No, you see, you get drunk off of bay leaves while smoking bay leaves.
There you go.
Mm.
And then you're gonna be really sad when your bay leaves.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
You is sworn to chastity.
That doesn't mean you can't still have companionship and be lonely.
I'll just
You merely adopted the loneliness. You was born into it, molded by it.
yeah.
God, so
And are
cringe.
you sure that you still have your chastity? Because you seem to get fucked at every counter.
Damn it.
There's
Wow.
nobody there, folks.
That's a good one.
That's a big oof.
Or Albert's gonna go to the mark area and just kind of browse around.
Alright. Any type of shops or items you're specifically looking for?
Not really. He's just gonna walk aimlessly, see what he has. Because honestly, Albert is kind of broke. He only has 31 gold.
Mm.
So he's just gonna walk around with Celia, have a little bit of a order meeting walk.
Alright. Alright, so boss, what kind of shop do you go to first, then?
I'm gonna look for one of them dank magic shops, if I can find one.
Nice. Yep, so you look around and you do find what appears to be the Magic Depot.
Oh boy.
Yes.
You can cast it. We can help.
Right, you step in and you see Fire Genasi behind the counter. Her orangey hair is sticking up and kind of billowing around a little bit. How may I help you,
Nice,
young man?
Oh, young man. Oh, such a compliment.
There's no need to feel down. I said young man.
Wait a minute. I know where this is going. Look, I'm not joining.
Man.
Look, I'm not joining any more youth groups. That's how I became a pirate 20 years ago.
Oh man, that's fantastic.
I'm not falling for this again. There'll be a bunch of young men your age. You can do group activities and team building and form strong bonds with your coworkers. And then guess what? I was swapping decks and killing people for years.
Jesus.
It was terrible.
Oh, man.
And here I thought I had it rough. Oh,
You could say he was a slave to the booty.
Ooh.
aren't we all?
Get it? Because pirates! Okay.
Oh, I thought we were talking about butts.
I mean, yeah. That's the joke!
Yay!
Oh, never mind. Good morning. Just browsing, thanks.
Okay, well, let me know if you find anything that catches your eye.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there any specific kind of item that you are looking for?
Honestly, no. I just take every opportunity to see if you throw anything at us, or if anything just happens to pop. You know. I don't know. Do they? Is this department? Is this home? Is this Magic Depot divided into neatly organized aisles?
You can see that there's a semblance of organization. For instance, weapons are divided from certain spell books and from pieces of armor or jewelry, and those are further divided by other factors. That an item could be.
Okay. I'll check around and look through their weapons and armors sections, their aisles.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look at their scrolls if they have any, or books.
Oh, hell yeah. Ooh, yes.
All right. So so are you looking specifically for single-use spell scrolls?
Preferably more of something I can learn.
Oh, okay. What sort of thing are you looking to learn? As in a skill, a language, how to use a weapon?
I would go more with a skill.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you do find a couple of scrolls that are essentially like training materials and things of that nature, self-help, or as well as various manuals for certain activities. Is there a specific skill you would like to learn?
No. I was just hoping you'd throw something random at me and I'd love it.
Alright, I'll roll a D100.
Yes. Those are my favorite.
Okay,
So it's
that's a 76. You find a couple of different scrolls. One of them is one that can instruct you on various religious knowledge, as learning about the practices, certain religions, certain deities, and so on. You find one that can help you become more athletic so that you can better utilize your muscle capacities. You find another one that can help you better handle domesticated animals. So the animal handling skill. So it's animal handling, religion, and athletics.
Telly looks at the religious one and is like, you know, this one can help me understand Basque a little bit more. I think I want to take this one and read it.
Interesting. You've taken a look at certain of the religious arts. Definitely would like to help you.
Oh yeah, oh how much would this one be? It seems real
So,
interesting.
yeah, keep in mind that the scroll is for, enhanced speed. It helps you learn certain skills at a higher rate, but it still takes roughly 2 weeks for it to reach full effect and you to gain this proficiency.
Oh, that's
And
fine. I think I have the time.
the total cost for that will be 150 gold. It is reusable, and we do have a rental policy where you can return it after the 2 weeks. Or indeed, when you finish the training process, you can return it to any Magic Depot franchise, and that will satisfy the return requirements.
I love that they're franchised.
I was about to ask. That their franchise, that's pretty cool. How much would it be to rent it out or to have it loaned to me?
So the going rate for a rental or loan is significantly lower. She quickly just does a quick little thing on an abacus to count things out. So it amounts to roughly 60 gold per week. So you would save 30 overall if you used it roughly an hour every day for 2 weeks.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I have 250 gold. Does that sound about right? I remember I spent money at that one place, but my notes are all over the place, and now they're fucked.
I believe it sounds right because you did get a lot of gold from the pirate ship as well as Fluffy Bunny Keep.
Yeah, I think I got like 1,000 there, but then I split it up between everyone, and then I spent money on the bag of holding.
Yep, so I think it does sound about right because there were multiple sources of income for you.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, you know what? I'll take the loan. Oh,
Alright.
should I pay it first here or pay it straight up?
You would pay 60 gold for the first week up front, and then any additional weeks after that will be paid after you return it.
Oh, all right, sounds good. And I'll hand him the 60 gold.
Thank you very much. So anyways, boss, you're looking around and you do see a couple of items, one of which is a cloak, you see a helm, and you see a couple of various books that seem to be instruction manuals of some sort.
Oh my. I would like to read these books and see what they are instructions for.
Alright, so you look at them and you can immediately tell that the one you're looking at is a manual of flesh golems.
Yes.
Oh my.
Whoops.
It's essentially like a Lego instruction book on how to build your own Frankenstein monster.
Oh boy.
So you do see that one of the things at the beginning of the book says that you would need 60 days to work on it and 50,000 gold pieces worth of materials to make your own flesh golem. So it is definitely a commitment of time and money in order to get your little construct pal, but it is available to you.
Pretty interesting. What about the other one next to it, or the other book?
So the other ones after that are a couple of they're mostly books that are related to certain arcana, and just as an above table thing, but owning that book will give you advantage on a fair degree of arcana checks if you want that extra bit of reliability. And there's essentially one for arcana, one for history, one for religion, and one for what's the other intelligence one? Arcana, history,
Charisma?
nature.
Cool. Okay. And then what could you tell me about the helm?
If you ask the attendant, then she replies that, oh, that is a helm of comprehend languages. It essentially allows you to cast the comprehend languages spell at will.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's real nice. I have to do a little bit of magic to do that myself.
Very useful. How much are you selling for?
So the helm of comprehend languages amounts to roughly 240 gold.
I see. And is there anything you can tell me about the cloak that was next to it?
Oh yes, that's a fairly common one. So you see that it's a cloak that has a hood on it, and there seems to be a thin kind of tail of cloth that trails out of the middle of the back. Yes, that is a cloak of the manta ray. While wearing this cloak with its hood up, you can breathe underwater, and you are able to swim just as fast as you can run on land.
Oh shit.
Oh, wow. I can't even do that, and I'm a turtle. That's useful.
Now that sounds like something that at least someone in our group, I'm sure, could benefit from.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could just
It does
levitate
not-
myself if I need to, but you said what?
It does not require attunement, so it can be readily given to other people if you are in a group.
I mean, we're on a boat a lot.
We do seem to be next to water.
It'd be really great for someone like Albrecht, for instance.
I mean, I can spend a lot of time underwater and be okay, so I don't think I need it very much. Maybe
can
someone else, so I'm never alone.
We should bring Albrecht back here.
Alright, that sounds good with me.
Then
Alright.
I'll also ask the attendant how much the manual of flesh golems cost. How much
Oh, the manual of flesh golems. Yes, that is a common item. We don't charge a lot for it because a lot of the money's worth we get from it is selling the 50,000 gold worth of materials, so 75 gold.
Oh, it's very fair and reasonable.
But
I'm gonna...
the cost of such forbidden magic is far greater than what you pay for it.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm interested from a purely educational standpoint.
Everybody says that, and everybody learns their lesson one way or another.
Oh
Well,
my.
I sure hope we do learn a lesson. That's what I wanna learn.
I mean, I guess I don't really feel the need to justify myself to you, but I am a diviner, not a necromancer.
Also, I realized that earlier I said I wanted this religion book to learn more about Bosk. I meant Aldrich.
Yeah,
That makes more sense.
Yeah. I fucked that up.
So I don't think Bosk is super religious.
No,
Actually, wait, no,
Bob's
there's like...
going to teach you the religion about fireballing fucking everything at
Oh,
point
yeah.
blank range. That's his religion.
Wait, there's a god whose domain is just magic, isn't it?
there are several gods of the magic domain.
Cool, okay. So I was about to say, like, I don't know if Bosk is even religious,
Yeah,
Completely
I meant
recall.
Aldrich.
but it would make sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely Halbert.
Alright then.
Shit.
So, the Cloak of the Manta Ray goes for 280. I could place a hold on it if you're still interested.
If you would, I would appreciate it. I definitely want to purchase this helm, though.
Oh, of course. Please.
That was how much did you say?
220. Yes. Ballin'. Whatever that means.
It was above table!
Oh. Well, I said it in her voice, so she literally just says that.
And then
Fair
Bosk goes, what was that?
Nothing. It's something that Albert used to say.
Albert?
Albert, yes. He was one of the previous attendants here. Good lad. He bought a manual of flesh golems, and I haven't seen him since.
Oh my.
We do get money orders from the 50,000 gold worth of material he needs, though.
Oh. Well, that's interesting.
Well, sounds like things are going well for him.
He was always good at making new friends, and I'm just glad he's continuing the tradition.
Literally making new friends. I see what you did there.
I did too.
I get
Telly
it.
just has
I get
nothing to say.
I get it. That's a good one.
Well, I'll see you back whenever you're available.
Oh my god.
Thanks for the
Alright.
book.
Definitely resolve someone else's thing now, but I also want to see if they have any scrolls or anything with any spells that I could copy down.
Mhm.
But you should resolve someone else first, because I've been talking for a while.
Alright. So Albrecht and Celia are in the marketplace right now, and you guys are looking at some of the certain items. So Albrecht, I just wanted to say that you were very brave, and you showed a lot of conviction to what the Order truly is about last night. I know I should have told you about the operation, and something didn't feel right, especially with Ronaldo, after what some of you have showed me in all the days.
Oh, it's quite fine. To be honest, if I would have known about this operation a year ago, I would have been full on board with it. But ever since I started traveling with these companions of mine, my point of view of things have drastically changed, including how we view our God King.
Yes, and from what you told me, what you were saying about the true teachings of Sigmar, it's almost like something doesn't feel right with what's going on. We'll have to be careful going forward. I hope we haven't made a new set of enemies, but I'm also hoping that we can try to repair whatever is done.
Well, to be completely honest with you, I'm quite worried that I might have started another civil war.
Indeed, yes. And I'm certain that whatever happens, you will stay true to our values in the end, and I'm just glad that you've helped me see the error of our ways. Thank you, Albrecht.
You're welcome, Sister Celia.
It's around this point that Bosk and Telly round the corner and almost bump into you guys.
Telly, Bosk, have you two found anything interesting of late?
As a matter of fact, yes. We were just in a magic shop around the corner, and I stumbled across an item that you might find interesting, seeing as our main method of travel is, the ship of Mr. Captain Hugo there. How are you with swimming?
Well, if I wasn't wearing armor, I'm an excellent swimmer, but because I'm wearing all this, I sort of sink.
So the attendant there showed me a cloak that, while you're wearing it and attuned to it, it allows you to move at the same speed. It allows you to move. Essentially, it allows you to move with grace, as if you were running at your normal, land speed, but underwater. As well as, I think, what else did she say about it?
Breathe underwater.
You'd swim better than I do, and I'm a turtle.
To breathe underwater.
Wow, that is...
And I thought, wow, that would be really useful for someone like Albrecht, who is in heavy armor, especially since we're on the water so much. I put it on hold in case you wanted to go check it out.
And what did you say it was?
A
Cloak of the Manta Ray.
I want to take a look at this object. Not for the reason of what it is, but, well, as you may know from Captain Hugo, he was a descendant of a pirate group, and I want to know if this previous owner was in the same pirate group. So let's go and find this shopkeeper.
Interesting.
That's an awfully specific query, but you know what? Why not?
The other thing is, I know exactly what he's talking about. He's referencing previous campaign, and you may find out the specifics behind that.
Oh boy!
I'll roll my D100. Interesting. Alright, so you guys return to the shop, and the fire genasi behind the counter welcomes you back in. Yes, I have the Cloak of the Manta Ray still on hold, ready for possible purchase today. And she acknowledges Albrecht and Celia. Do you have any questions?
Yes, the cloak that you just mentioned of the Manta Ray, do you know of its previous owner?
Many items in the shop have changed hands numerous times. I do know that the person who sold this to us says that he had pissed someone very powerful off when he acquired it. He used a lot of the weasel words that thieves usually use, but he indicated that the owner had, shall we say, lost it in a certain. I believe it was mentioned. He's saying lost as in he stole it, pretty much, but nothing I can legally prove in court. So, but he did say he pissed off somebody powerful, somebody who has. He mentioned a crew, and he had essentially stolen it from this powerful person while they were distracted by a very large treasure.
Because if this cloak did belong to a certain pirate, I would very much like it. But
I can't truly say if a pirate owned it, but from what he mentioned about a crew, a treasure, especially powerful, indicating a leader of some sort, it's very possible that it belonged to a pirate, especially since it's related to the sea. It's certainly possible.
well, how much is this?
280.
And is it possible that you can bring the price down for somebody who has prevented a mass slaughter of this entire town? You see, I am one of the brave heroes who fought against an invasion.
Oh, you must be Bosk. I've heard of your bravery and of bringing down so many of the invading troops.
Boss turns around. He's like, "You called? What?"
Oh, you're Bosk. Who are you? You're not. And she looks over at Telly. I've heard that you're not Benny, so that's the only reason you're not a Cinder right now. But anyways,
Oh, that's good.
you.
Yeah, I'm
So
sorry.
your name?
I am Albrecht Gavelfist. I am a paladin initiate of the Celestial Common.
Could say he was the hero of that battle.
I also took down the bitch who summoned everybody here.
Okay. You see, I was a bit worried at first when you said you were the part of with the Celestial Comet because they're the ones who attacked. But I did hear of they use the term like renegade or something, but someone who stood up to it. For you, roll a persuasion check. If anybody who's in the room would like to assist, you may.
Yeah.
+6.
Let me say that my help action is calling you the hero of that battle.
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
god, you're so fucking cool.
30.1.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, you are definitely able to get her to talk down the price, especially since you did save the town. Alright, so for you, with everything you've done for us, but while still allowing me to make a profit, 200.
Oh, I'm sure you can bring it down even lower than that.
I'm afraid that's about as low as I can go. You've done great, but this is still a very high value item. If you would like, we have a payment plan option for some of our items.
Did you
Okay.
know this place is franchised? You can go somewhere else and pay for this.
I
But would you get the discount, since none of the other ones are in a town you saved?
That is a good point. But Telly, thank you for informing me of that. I did not know this place was franchised.
It's
Yes,
really cool.
We have shops in many major cities, all the elven ones, and the two big cities for Rasalgra and Encre, and we even have one in a couple of the pirate ports.
Okay. How about this? I will make the payment of 15 gold, and I will like to change the payment plan from 200 to 300,
300.
so I can take this cloak with me.
All right. And because you showed great integrity with standing up to your own order to protect us, even though we are under the protection of your nation's great rival, I will take you at your word, especially since you are a great paladin and you are sworn to honor and devotion. So I will mark this down, and I will send the news to the other franchises so they know about your plan. You may pay it off at any location, and the payment shall be monthly of 50.
Very nice. And what's the name of these shops I need to keep an eye out for?
The Magic Depot.
The Magic Depot. Okay.
And you are also free to pay it off in full at any given time. Alright, you have a deal, Mr. Gavelfist. As for you, boss, you do find a couple of spells. One of them is called Elemental Bane. Essentially, what it's a concentration spell that you mark on one creature, and you choose a damage type from the usual ones: Acid, Cold, Fire, Lightning, Thunder. Essentially, whenever they take that type of damage, they take an additional 2d6. So if you hit them with a fireball, it could do 10d6 damage to them, but only if you're using a fire spell.
Oh, I see.
And you also see a spell called Storm Sphere, which creates a very large sphere of wind that causes that anyone inside takes damage if they fail on a strength save. And you can also use a bonus action to cause a bolt of lightning to leap towards one creature within the sphere.
That's neat as heck. How much are they selling the Storm Sphere scroll for?
Ah, yes. That's a fairly popular one around here since we have the lake. People use that to try to bring down some of the big fish there, the tough ones. So, we have a rental policy with spell scrolls where you can rent it to learn the spell. 50 gold for a rental or 100 to own. And that's 50 gold and 100 to own for 4th level spells like Storm Sphere. It goes down 5 gold and up 5 gold per spell level.
That makes sense.
And a quick question: with this cloak of Mana Ray, I do not need any atonement. I could just put it on and it'll work.
Yep. Cloak up, dive down, fuck bitches, and get money.
That's pretty excellent.
All right. I think I'm gonna go to the harbor and try this on, or
All right.
try it out. Thank you.
You know,
Of
I can go
course.
with you. That sounds like a good time.
Yeah, I would love to see that. I want to watch you try it out.
You don't? Well, I just want to make sure if it somehow doesn't work, you don't drown down there. I can help you out.
I appreciate that very much, Telly.
I'm gonna rent the spell. I'm gonna rent the scroll of Storm Sphere, and I'm gonna buy the Flesh Golem book anyway.
Yes.
We'll take a look. That's a surprise tool that'll help us later.
I'm sorry. What book are you getting? What's that?
Manual of Flesh Golems. It allows them to be Dr. Frankenstein, pretty much.
I can't
Not-
wait for Telly to die and then you bring him
Not
back to life
demons.
with that.
Not devils, golems. Not
As in
demons or
dead
devils.
things.
Not dead. Do you consider a golem to be dead?
Does it have a harpy?
I don't know, but I'll find out once I read this book.
All right. Well, I
Smart.
give
I like that.
gold to the shopkeep and I take the cloak.
Would you prefer that or demons?
I mean, you've already done both.
I have not summoned any demons
True, but you know how.
yet. I know how, but nobody else knows that.
There's a first time for everything.
I read that entire fucking book, and now I'm gonna reread it with this fucking helmet. Oh, hell yeah.
So I'm gonna say that at this point the hour time has gone, so anybody who would like to go to Boiling Lake, this is the time.
Hey,
Oh
go!
yeah. Do you guys also want to go to the lake with us? I mean, you can try the manta ray out there.
Hell yeah.
Water.
Is this such a good
sounds
idea?
like-
Is this such a good idea to walk underwater in a boiling lake?
That's what I was about to say.
Well, I mean, you can check how resistant it is to heat. I mean, but really, how boiling can it be?
You. Well, let's go and see what happens.
Yeah, no harm, no foul.
Alright then. At this point, everybody is getting ready to go. Shiva, do you leave your room?
You said the hour passed, correct?
That is correct.
So that means it is finished?
It is.
Yes.
Do you bring it with you?
Yeah, she's gonna she's gonna kind of shove it in her bag of holding, and it's just responding like in protest. Whack. Wait, that's not right. How's it go?
So as the party goes along the path of Boiling Lake, you see that the trail is fairly cut. You see various appear to be tourists going to or away from the lake. A lot of them seem to be water and fire genasi, as well as some of the dwarves that you've seen as the guards. A lot of them are coming back with seem to be very well polished skin and beards. Now I'm just going to change the setting real quick, and boom.
How do you think the fire people deal with the water? Wouldn't they be put out or something?
Try not to think too hard about it.
It hurts my brain.
You can roll an Arcana and Nature check to find out.
Oh, fuck yeah, let's go.
Let's fucking go!
That one.
Oh, that's 20! Let's go!
Oh shit.
So you know that fire genasi are the children of fire elementals, but they don't take specific damage from water. In fact, they're resistant to fire damage, so the heat of the boiling lake would actually be something that doesn't bother them that much.
Like a hot spring, maybe.
You know, they're probably the reason why it's so hot. Huh.
You think there's just a bunch of fire genasi all buried in a cave, alive in a cave underneath the lake?
Kind of morbid.
Could
Do you
be.
say this in character while you're passing by groups of people?
I mutter that in character while passing groups of people.
Quick perception. Alright, so you say that, and seems that as you're walking by, you say it as a couple people pass you, but you're not quite sure whether or not they heard you. But you do note that they pick up their pace a bit.
The fire genasi will remember that.
It's okay, we saved their town.
True.
Anyways, you arrive at the boiling lake. So there's a spot where there's the more of a defined beach with various sand and small gravel for a larger part, and there is a spring here with a waterfall off to the right.
Is this our hot spring episode?
And the
Yes.
beach episode.
Oh man.
Everybody get out your bikinis.
Oh, I will.
Telly has a Speedo.
I want to see Bosk just like he is in your icon on Roll20, except wearing a pink bikini.
Look, if you really want me to make that happen, I will, but
I really want to see that happen.
Now then, is there anything that anybody would like to do in the boiling lake?
What the fuck are these?
Those are people chilling in the lake.
I don't like this.
Is there a really
Is
big
it?
tree?
Is
A
that
really-
somebody down?
Yes. Kind of, well, doing like a float in the water.
don't worry
So
about
they're drowning.
They're floating
People
on
all
the
look naked.
They're close, yes. Beach episode. But to answer your question, Thomas, so you can see that there aren't a lot of trees, but the tallest one would definitely be this one in the upper left-hand corner.
Okay.
Telly's gonna walk into the water.
All right. You do that.
Is it hot?
I assume so.
You step in, and it's not like when they say it's boiling lake. You can tell that it's obviously a bit of an exaggeration
Right.
because it's not 212 degrees Fahrenheit, but it's definitely in like the 90 to 100 degree range of water temperature.
Telly's just gonna turn around. Well, it's not that bad. It's a little bit warm, but we can deal with it for a nice soak. And Tully's just gonna jump in.
All right, you cannonball.
I want to see Tully float on his back and do a backstroke.
Oh no!
While spinning
Albert's
water out of his
swallowing
mouth.
Turtle soup.
Ulrich's like, this is my plan all along.
So Alberic's gonna put on the cloak and he's gonna walk into the to the water spring, just like this guy in this skiff.
Amazing.
I'm just amazed that he actually is completely nonchalantly walking. He has. Yep, go on.
I was saying he walks exactly like that, just nonchalantly, all the way to the body on water, just submerge his entire being.
People are gonna think you're committing suicide.
It's okay, guys.
It's
I'll take
called
care of
Become
him.
Martyr.
Oh,
We're talking about Albert here. It's called Becoming Martyr.
Oof.
oh my gosh.
Return to God, become martyr.
I guess
Alright,
Destroy, become
Telly
martyr.
will follow Albrecht.
All right. So you guys walk into the water, and it is definitely hot. Ulrich, you can tell that the deeper you go, the hotter it gets. There's a lot of steam that's existing even in the water, kind of surfacing as bubbles. So it makes it a bit foggy the deeper you go.
Am I drowning?
You are not. Wait, do you have the hood up?
No.
You are drowning.
Oh. Oh no! You didn't read instructions!
You fool! Put up the hood.
Alberic's just gonna nonchalantly walk back out. And he looks at everybody, including Telly, and says, "It doesn't work."
Put the hood up.
What?
Putting the hood up. Put the
Put
hood
the
up.
hood up?
The hood.
Okay. Albert puts up the hood, walks
So
back in.
Were you just inhaling water?
I was holding my breath.
How do you know it doesn't work?
you go underwater with the hood back up, and you're breathing completely
Nice.
fine.
Can I communicate underneath water?
Do you say anything?
I say, "Death to Telly."
Do you say this in common or deep speech?
Deep.
The deepest.
All right, so you say in deep speech, "Death to Telly," and then you just hear a whisper in your mind say something back in deep speech. Are you willing to pay the price?
Oh my.
I respond back in my head, "No."
Then no death to Telly.
Okay.
And
Walk
it's
back
silent.
Since
Oh,
I was still underwater, did I hear him talking this language?
Do you speak deep?
Well,
Speech?
no, it was more of just did I hear him?
All right. I just wanted to see if you would understand it first.
No.
Underwater, sound does travel decently, but because a lot of it is churning and bubbling, you would need to make a perception check that I can apply retroactively,
All right.
and it would be with disadvantage because of the disturbance in the water.
That was a. They said perception. That was a 21 and a natural 20.
Okay. So you definitely heard him speaking in a language, and you have heard him say this language before. Once to the skeleton talking on the boat, and you also heard him talk to the one spider that was summoned when you first joined the party.
Okay, so when he said death to Telly, I just imagine Telly's kind of like swimming circles around him, and Telly's gonna give him a thumbs up. Like, I can hear you.
Just like the How to Train Your Dragon meme when
Yeah.
the Hiccup's giving the thumb up.
Yes.
My god.
Alright. So, Albert steps out of the water, and Kelly's swimming around. Flaxenax, you hear a waterfall. going on right over there.
Great. Flaxnax hides behind a bush, strips off to his underclothes, steps underneath the waterfall, balances on one foot, claps his hands together, and begins to meditate.
Nice.
While the waterfall is rushing against his back.
Yes. And it's particularly hot.
Excellent.
All right. Anybody else have any specific activity they'd like to do while here?
I want to search for the fish that guy was talking about.
All right. So I would say this is a survival check.
And while that's going on, Albert goes over here to Flaxanax, pulls out his hammer, and he pokes Flaxanax's foot with it.
Flaxanax, with his eyes still closed, reaches out and grabs the hammer. And with his other hand, wags his finger back and forth.
Damn.
Now Albert is just walking aimlessly around the water, just testing out this cloak.
And you do see that you're able to go through it, like, it's almost like you're not even underwater, how quickly you're able to walk around with it.
I got an 8 on my perception. Or survival.
Okay, so you look around, and after a pretty intensive look around this particular pool, you realize there aren't any big fucking fish in this relatively small pool. You do see a couple of minnow-like things that are kind of swimming around the bubbles, but nothing of like the apparent nastiness and toughness that was mentioned back in the inn.
In Ogwen. Hello there, friends.
They stopped kind of spiraling around the bubbles, and they look at you and they just say, "The hell do you want? What's this fool talking to us for?"
Well, I'm looking for some bigger fish. I'm kind of hungry, and they said that there was some tasty fish down here. You guys are a little bit too small, but maybe.
You want to? Oh, go on.
Oh, it's okay.
So hold on. You want to find the boiling breath fish?
Yeah, I'm looking for some bigger fish to fry.
They both just kind of look at each other, and they do what the closest thing to shrugging that fish can do with fins. I mean, we can go down through a couple of the underwater channels if you're really fool enough to challenge one and see if we can bring one up to the closest pool.
How big are they?
Shall we kind of demonstrate?
Oh,
So
yeah,
one
sure.
of them goes over here, and the other one goes over here. About this long, and he moves this wide.
I'm sorry. Wait, can you use that again?
I'll just say that they go in a place where you can tell that it's very easily more than 20 feet long.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a big fish. Oh.
We'll get him right away. And they go through a couple of small holes in the water before you can say anything else.
Oh, okay, okay.
you
Well,
hear kind of echoing at Aquin. "Hey, Georgie, I think we got some fool who thinks he can take you down. He wants to eat you." And then a voice in Aquin just says, "How dare he challenge me? Who does he think he is?"
Think you are.
For a moment, it seems like
the scar.
For a moment, it seems that the water is getting hotter, and the bubbles of steam are increasing in frequency and speed. So as that's going on, I would like anybody else on the shoreline, if they would like to make a perception check to see if they can tell what's going on.
Yeah.
You said
Will
his
Shield
name
be able
was
to tell?
you said his name was George, right?
Georgie, specifically.
That's 23, bud.
Yeah, you
Well-
definitely can tell that the water's getting hotter, and something you can hear the voice. Do you speak primordial? Or
Do with this helmet on? Or
yes, and you can cast it at will as an action.
The second I hear a language I don't understand, it casts.
All right. So you definitely hear someone say, "What fool challenges me?"
What the hell is that?
What did you get, Thomas?
Dirty 20.
You can definitely tell too. You can see like the steam is rising higher over the lake, and do you speak what languages do you speak?
I do not speak his language.
Okay, yeah. So Aquan, Primordial, and then the others would be what you need. So yeah, you just hear a kind of a deep rumbling voice that's also kind of bubbly in its own way. All right.
She's just gonna sit. She's immediately gonna sit down and just like look at everyone with her arms crossed.
All right, and in the lake that is a bit south of you guys, there's a shape in the water that's growing larger and larger. Who dare challenges Georgie, the boiling breath fish?
God.
Oh, hi. I guess that would be me.
There's a couple of ogres in the water. They just take their action to disengage. Like, we're getting the fuck out of here.
And Telly walks over. Well, you see, I thought you'd be a little bit smaller. But
You dare underestimate Georgie?
well, I didn't know what to expect, Georgie, to be honest. I was expecting a little bit something smaller.
Well, too fucking bad. You decided to make a meal of me. I'm going to make a meal out of you.
Well, I don't think I taste very well.
It's okay. I like my meals to be a bit steamed. And as he says that, he opens his mouth, and you can hear like the whistling of boiling water just bubbling up in there.
What the?
Glub glub, the fish whispers in your ear.
Oh, why?
Oh, I mean, I guess to everybody else, he is just going glub glub, glub glub glub, glub glub.
Bosk understands it.
Yeah.
So Bosk is hearing all this.
Oh my!
So
Telly, what did you do?
So Shiva, Telly, Martha, and Bosk will have to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh boy!
I think I'm good at those.
Hey.
What about me?
Yes, I am.
Oh, 21.
Dirty 23.
19.
21, 23, 19.
21?
You pass.
Nate, what about Albert?
So this is a line attack that is essentially covering all 4 of these squares that are being done there, outward, north. So you are well out of the range of it.
Do I see it?
I'll quickly do a project. So it's going out essentially here and some of the squares next to it. You see, if you are underwater, you wouldn't necessarily be able to tell it apart because it is a very large steam breath, but you can do a perception check in response to see if you see it in any way.
That's a 5.
Yeah, you're pretty much surrounded by steam, and there's nothing out of the ordinary since you're underwater specifically.
Damn.
So we have 3 successes, so you guys will take half of what I roll here.
Damn it.
Roll. I mean, you decided to challenge this thing, so again, I can be held. I'm not responsible for anything that happens here.
He's not wrong.
Alright, so that's just 22 fire damage. Which boss takes another half of because he has that fire resistance ring.
Thank God. This is the best investment that I've made so far.
It's not even an investment, you just found it off a dead body.
Oh yeah, true. I just found it on a fucking corpse. A skeleton. Thank you. Every day I thank that skeleton.
For the life I've been given. Skeleton is love. Skeleton
And for the
is
life I may take. So
Alright.
It's half
Now
and
then.
half again of what?
Telly already has like 3rd-degree burns all over his body.
Now then, I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Oh my fucking God.
Looks like you already rolled
happened?
initiative for us.
What happened to our beach episode?
This is the beach episode. If we can't advance the plot, at the very least, we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, it's true.
Did somebody say
I don't.
plot?
I don't know why I didn't expect this fish to be like 50 feet tall. I was like, man, I'll just go catch this baby fish and be okay with it. Nope.
Baby fish.
Now, to be fair, the bartender explicitly said that these things are pretty tough to kill.
Oh, I thought he said tough to eat, but they were still good.
He said tough to. I think he said either tough to kill or tough to hunt. But in any case, he's not referring to the tenderness of the meat.
All right.
He's talking about the. And there was the magical shop owner who said that people literally learn lightning spells just to have a chance of killing this thing.
Well, Telly was not
What
paying
the
attention
fuck is that?
apparently.
I don't like that.
Ben, you asked for it. Here it is.
I did not ask for that.
I said Ben. I'm not even gonna fucking save the fucking file, but here it is.
Oh, Brandon, please save the file, please. For God's
Nope.
sake, save it. Yes. Why?
I mean,
It's
why
gone.
bikini top? Is your pet that big?
I can't tell which plot I like
because-
more.
Because he specifically asked for a pink bikini, so I put the whole thing of it. I just fucking copied the trousers and then fucking pasted them and warped them into that shape.
I didn't know GIMP had a warp function.
GIMP can do almost everything that Photoshop can.
Gimps can be whatever you want.
Yeah, they fucking can. In this case, they can be deleted.
Except speak.
That's true.
Don't worry, then. Next, I'll do something to that goblin image. The one with the goblin and the kobold. Is it still up there?
Most likely.
Yeah, it is. I'll work on this next.
Oof. Albrecht, what's your initiative roll?
That's a project for later.
Oh, we're rolling for initiative?
Now I can minimize skimping it back to focusing on the fucking game.
It's okay.
Sorry, I
This
was
is where
looking at
Telly
porn.
dies.
Giant fish, holy shit! Free!
Yeah, I'm too distracted with my newfound toy.
All right, Telly, your move.
Yep. So,
In the water?
in this general area, are there any trees or any form of coverage?
It's a beach.
Shit.
If you want cover, you have to go to these trees around over here. But they're not particularly tall either. They seem to be really skinny ones. The one over here is big enough to be cover. But yeah, you're just out there on the open sand with steam just gusting around you. And at this point, there's like a very large haze of the steam around you.
Quick question. Are there any water gymnasties around here?
Yes. Her and
Are there
Do
any
one of them
lightning?
look like this?
they do now.
Oh my
Albrecht,
god.
they do.
There it is! Is this what Albrecht's doing with his cloak? He's just hiding under the water and looking at that?
No. No?
Albrecht, the ass watcher.
No, Albrecht is the one that's posted in the gist of everything.
See, with water gymnastics, when they sit on your face, you actually drown in pussy.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's a good one.
That's not bad, but oh my
I
god.
use shape water.
It is the true shape of water. The shape of water is pussy.
Jesus Christ.
No. Oh, what the fuck?
You know, Jesus Christ could walk on water.
He could also turn
He's the
water
only
into
one who
wine.
can't
What
drown
does
in
it
that
mean?
pussy.
Ooh.
That means he can make a water gymnasty drunk, but he can't drown in their pussy.
I mean, I can just make a flesh golem out of water.
Oh god.
You know what he does? He turns them into wine genasi.
Ooh, that's kind of better though.
It's pretty good, actually.
All
It's
right.
like perma-drunk. Perma-drunk and hedonistic.
So
They
Telly's gonna take. move 5 feet forward and use poison spray on the fish.
Okay. What's your DC?
The DC is 16.
16. He has a pretty decent bonus. Alright, so that is plus 7, and I rolled a 3, so just a 10. He fails.
Yeah. That's a D12 poison damage. Oh, max damage. Let's go.
Ooh. Because you're higher than level 5, it's also a 2d12.
Oh, I forgot about that. Where's that dice again? No, I'm serious. I lost the dice. It was just here.
Oh no.
D12, you're never around when I need you.
Okay, that's 2.
Alright,
So
so he
14.
takes 14 poison damage.
And then I'm gonna take 2 steps back. 2 step back.
Are you
Look
gonna
at
two-step
Silva
cowboy book?
and be like, I think you can help us out a little bit. Thanks. And then Misty step away from everyone.
Oh.
Let's see.
That motherfucker picks a fight with a fish and then he runs away.
And then I have
Boom.
like 2 extra steps of movement. That's it.
Alright. End of your turn.
Yep.
Alright, just want to quickly check something. Yep, that's good.
Can any of you hex or bane this thing?
On their turn, they can certainly try.
I still can't get over how this is literally just a picture of a fucking salmon.
No, it's
Well-
gotta be one of those really fucked up male salmon in mating season.
Oh, that had like the really hooked bill? Like the
Yeah.
hooked bill?
So this fat-ass fucking salmon just pops out of the water, and from what you can see, he is swimming through the steam cloud that is surrounding the beach.
What the?
What?
He is hovering above the ground, and all y'all in these 4 squares, going all the way up to here.
What the fuck?
Constitution saving throw.
Oh my
Fuck,
god.
what the fuck are we smoking, man?
Man, you don't
Telly,
know.
what
His
did you
eyes
do?
opens and he looks at the fish swimming through the area, and then he
Tell
looks,
him
and then
put stuff. Sorry.
and then he realizes, damn, I really shouldn't have smoked that shit before I came here.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the jester card to reroll.
Oh my god.
Wise decision.
Alright, you said another constitution save?
Yes.
Okay,
Alright.
second one
Did
is a
somebody put
17.
some surgery in my meat or something? Jesus.
Oh, good. That's an 8.
Gird, that's bird.
Okay, so how dead am I?
Alright, so what did you get, Telly? Sorry?
Oh, I 17.
17. You passed. Shiva, what did you get for your con save?
19.
You passed as well, so only Bosk failed. Now we're gonna roll that sweet ol' 8d12.
I did have to take.
Holy shit, Chief.
That's a 51 on Bosk and 25 on our reptiles.
51 of what exactly?
Fire damage. So you take
Oh,
20.
Thank god that's
Five.
half.
Oh, she's hurt. She is really hurt.
I'm bloodied.
Okay, so Telly's dead. Telly's down.
Telly's down for the count.
Yup.
Why did you piss off a giant fish?
I am dead.
Well, you're on your back, dying. There's a difference.
Telly's death saves are literally just whether he can flip himself over.
Pull yourself up by the shell straps.
Okay, Reagan. God damn it.
Mr.
here's the
Georgie,
rest of my
Mr. Georgie, tear this lake down.
Boys.
How,
Georgia
how are these people reacting like everybody else? Like, do they see this shit that we're seeing, or?
So, I'm gonna say that they have a turn that's after Rem, Celia, and Martha, and from what you can see, I'll tell you their reaction on your turn because that since you're underwater and you technically don't know what's going on yet. So I'll get back to you on that.
All right.
Flaxanax, you're underwater, and you're under a waterfall, and you can't quite tell if the dank herb has weared off yet, but you definitely see a fish that is swimming through the air on steam and breathing out a bunch of boiling water on your ally. Do you continue meditating?
Flaxanax lets out a deep sigh, puts his foot on the ground, and then jumps onto Alberic's head.
What?
The best response.
Oh yeah! After gathering up his clothes, he jumps onto Alberic's head, pulls out his hands, gets his hands ready. Gets his hands ready, and while balancing on Alberic's head, while Alberic is still underwater. So hang on, there we go.
Can I just do a strength check to see if I can support his weight?
That's actually a good call. So yes, it is a strength check. You are in underwater with swimming, so you do have advantage since you're not going to be like off balance in the water.
And you said with advantage. Alright, so I rolled a 19.
19, you definitely are able to keep him steady.
And I use my what is it again? It's
Your finger guns.
my finger guns. Yeah. So where is it right now? 30. Oh yeah, that's definitely within range.
Yep.
So I go ahead and 30-foot range of radiant damage. Okay.
Yep.
So I roll, and that's +7. So that's only a 9. So that fails.
Yeah. You can attack again. Part of your action.
That's only a 10. So that fails.
Nope. You moved 5, 10, 15, 20. So yeah, you can still do a bonus action though because of your martial arts.
My bonus action, I guess. Oh, there's a person in the way. I can't cast Burning Hands. Shit. I can't attack again either, can I?
Can't you attack as a bonus action using your your martial arts, because it would be I forget how it works. Hold on. I'll pull up the spell in the class in Xanathar's just to be sure.
So like, is everyone else's health really bad? Or is Telly just stupid?
Mine's not great.
Yes.
When I use this attack, I can expend a key point and a bonus action to repeat the attack twice. There we go.
Alright, so you go for it. 2 more attacks.
Perfect. That's more like it. That's a 23.
Yep, you got him.
Sweet. Now I just have to remember what it is. It's a d6 + 4. That's 6 damage.
Mark that on.
That's another 23.
Ooh, yeah.
And that's another d6 + 4. That's 8 damage.
8 damage, nice. So as you shoot these additional attacks into it, he starts screaming, "Ah! It burns! How does it burn?" But unless you speak Aquan or Primordial or
What do I speak? I speak
dead.
Common, Dwarvish, Celestial, and Orin.
Orin. Oh yeah, so Orin is a form of Primordial. So essentially, if you know Orin, Terran, Ignin, or Aquan, you can understand any of the others because they're all branches of Primordial based on the 4 elements. So you do understand it. But that does seem to because you're essentially hearing the water dialect from someone who speaks the air dialect. It sounds almost like he has a very heavy accent. It burns. How does it burn?
How to get burned? How to get burned?
So you kind of cut out when you said that in Discord, so I'm just gonna make it canon, if you don't mind. That it sounds like the fish is disconnecting in Discord when he says that because of my understanding of the dialect.
Perfect.
You know what? Why the fuck not?
The fish is roboting.
Fish is robotic, yes.
Alright, so that was action, bonus action, most of your movement.
That was everything. I cannot attack. I cannot do anything anymore. So my turn is over.
Alright, Bosk, you got a steamy boy. Are you gonna make him say "see you later, boy"?
Oh.
Bosk looks at
That was
Telly,
pretty bad.
and then he looks around, and he looks at this fish. and I cast Polymorph.
Sure.
On who?
I'm turning this fish into a banana slug. I'm using my portent. He rolls a 5 on the save.
Ooh, excellent.
His total is 5.
All right, you turn him into a banana slug for an hour.
He drops to the ground.
But he can still do his breath attack, right?
He is in every physical way a banana slug. He cannot do anything that a banana slug cannot do. He can do everything a banana slug can do and nothing more. He is a slug now. For the next hour. So we need to figure out within the next hour what to do about this fucking fish. And once I do that, I run over and I scoop it up in a belt pouch and I fucking close the pouch.
Wait.
And then I put that pouch in another pouch, like the opposite way.
And then I
Yeah,
mail
so
that pouch to myself. And when it arrives,
When it arrives, I'll hit it with a hammer. No. And I turn to the group and I say, we need to figure out what to do about this fucking fish because we have 1 hour.
He was all jumping up and down.
Shut up! Wait. What, can I understand what it's saying? Is it saying something audible?
No, that was Telly.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have Sister Martha just kind of, oh shit, and she's gonna do a cure wounds on Telly.
Dear God.
Oh. Oh.
All right, so that's 2 plus 6 plus the spell level of 1. So you heal 9 initially, and you are awake.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh, I was not expecting that from a fish. It was really rude. Where'd it go?
It's in this pouch. I turned it into a slug.
You did.
I did, but it's only going to last an hour. So what the fuck did you do to piss off a giant fish that can fly?
Well, to be fair, when I first thought I could eat the fish, I didn't expect him to be so tall. But I do have an idea.
What's your idea?
What if we... he takes out his bag of holding. What if we put the fish in here?
After an hour, that bag of holding will explode.
Is that how bag of holdings work?
Yeah, if you overfill it, it breaks, and everything inside is, I think,
Goes to
just
the astral
scattered.
plane.
Oh!
Yeah, it goes...
Goes to the astral plane.
I'll pull up the bag of holding thing just to be sure. I believe if you put a bag of holding in another bag of holding, it immediately breaks.
Yeah.
I think I'm thinking of a handy haversack where if you break it, everything just,
Yes,
like explodes
you are
out.
thinking
It says breathing creatures inside the bag can survive up to a number of minutes equal to 10 divided by the number of creatures, after which time they begin to suffocate.
Oh,
So since we have an hour, technically it would be dead.
Yep.
Here's the thing, though. It's killing a creature that's polymorphed isn't as easy as just like squashing the slug.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't really know how to explain it, like without going above table.
How
So-
about this? You explain it above table, and we can say that it is translated to relevant
That's fine.
details.
So, as a banana slug, it has the amount of hit points that a banana slug would have. However, once it hits 0 hit point, if it takes damage and hits 0 hit points, it then turns back into its original form and then takes the excess damage after it turns back.
Well, I'm not entirely sure how this bag works, but if we just keep him in there forever, won't he just drown in the air no matter what?
Listen, it's a banana slug. I have a hammer. Let's do the math.
I literally just explained that that's not how this works.
Why don't we just take it somewhere cold?
Wait, let's just take it somewhere with no water. If there's no water, it can't do that steamy thing.
Telly
won't
lifts
let
up the bag of holding.
It won't be able
And
to
it
fly
will glub
around.
glub guh.
It won't exactly.
It can't glub glub in here, there's no water. Unless I put some in there, but I don't think that would be enough.
I've got it. How? So this is just like a lake, right?
Yeah, the one in front of you is a lake, and the one behind you is like more of a hot spring.
How far would I have to go to get somewhere where there's just like no water around?
You'd have to go
in the middle of town.
west back to town and make sure that you don't because remember that there's the harbor that's a little bit south of the town where you guys came in on your ship.
How
That
long
would
did it
probably
take
be
us
the
to walk
closest.
here?
I'm
Why
gonna
don't we
say it
just
took
bury
about
him?
Oh my god, that's a great idea. Do you have anything that could? Do you have any way of creating a large enough hole that once it changes back into its normal form, it won't just unearth itself?
I
Telly
mean, wouldn't
just-
it squish himself through the force?
Maybe a move Earth spell. Wait, what about squishing itself?
So if it expands, wouldn't it squish itself on the pressure of the rest of the dirt around it?
Well, see, it depends because if it's going to immediately turn back into its gigantic self, and if it's not under enough dirt to crush it in that form, it'll just displace the dirt above it.
Ow!
What if we drop a giant rock on top of it?
But wouldn't that just
You
go
just
back to the...
explained why that isn't possible.
No. But here's the thing: if we do enough damage at once, because the excess damage carries over into its original form, and then it takes all of that damage immediately. So if I were to say cast levitate on what's the weight cap of
1500.
if I were to for instance lift a 1,500-pound boulder up a certain height, then drop it on it.
What
would
about
take
the
all of that
waterfall?
damage at once.
The waterfall is pretty high, and there's probably, and I'm just saying this based on what I'm seeing in the map. There looks like there's rocks at the top of it. You could drop a boulder on it from the top of the waterfall.
Or I could just dimension door myself 500 feet in the air, drop it, and then
I mean, but what are the chances that you actually hit it, though, and not one of us?
no, I just need to drop the slug.
Oh.
Once it hits terminal velocity, it's gonna be some hurt.
Let's do it.
I
It's
mean,
like
I-
1,000 ways to die, but like
1,000 ways to
1,000
kill a
ways to
fish.
commit
a
murder.
1,000 ways to kill a banana slug fish.
a
banana
thousand ways to
flying
slug.
fish.
Maybe we should still do this away from water.
Yeah, let's do this.
I still think we should put him in my bag of holding.
Wait, what if we cook it, then eat it? What will happen?
I mean, as soon as it takes enough damage from the heat of cooking, it'll just turn back into a giant fish, which would still be very much alive and angry.
Yes.
So you're saying if I eat this entire thing whole, I will explode?
Yes!
I hold the
can-
pouch
I can
away
hear you.
from her. And I say, I don't think that's a good idea. But it would be a hilarious way to kill an enemy.
Let's see if we can make an enemy within 1 hour.
Oh, that-
You already did.
I was gonna say, I did it in about 2 minutes.
Have you pissed off any townsfolk? Oh, what if we threw this back through that portal to the other country?
Guys, I have an idea. What if we try and fight another fish, convince him to eat this slug, and in an hour, that other fish will be dead?
They'll both
we
be
have to
dead,
fight
'cause
this
the
fish.
first fish will explode the second fish, and then the second fish will crush the first fish.
Problem solved. Let's go fishing.
Oh my god. Like, I love the sound of two idiots agreeing with each other.
What do you-
Still don't
what do
think
you
you're that dumb.
What do you think, Hugo?
Wait, Hugo's with us?
Yeah, he's been with you guys the entire time.
He's right
Oh,
here.
I just noticed his icon. I thought he was drowning his sorrows.
You're
wait,
right,
who
he's
has
not
the-
here.
Oh no!
Wait, but he said he would be doing that for the hour, so he actually is still he is here with you guys.
Hooray!
Shiva's gonna try to sleight of hand that bag, with the
I'm
slug.
literally watching you.
No.
I'm
a
looking
ninja.
directly at you and holding it up and away from you.
I will
I mean,
get this back, dammit.
Let's determine what we want to do.
Are there
Also,
any
I'm like
mountains nearby?
7.5 feet tall. I don't think you could I don't think you could sleight of hand it out of my hand if you're like.
Yeah,
how
I
tall
mean,
are you?
in order to do sleight of hand, you first have to have your hand be able to reach the
Reach
thing
up.
you're trying to grab. And there's no way you'd be able to crawl on him without him knowing.
Unless
so.
you just created a hook shot with your artificer skills. Tell me you
But to
didn't.
answer your question, Ben, you asked about mountains. There are mountains south from you.
How south?
Since you guys are pretty just right on the edge of where Boiling Lake begins, it's seems to be about 45 minutes walk from where you guys are, and then I'll say it's been about 3 minutes of deliberation in game on what to do.
What do you want to do?
And then just dimension door to the top of that mountain over there, and then drop the and then yeet,
Yeet
the you yeet it. Isaac, I know what anime that's from, and it's fucking adorable.
Or we can do this. We can get an anvil, have somebody dimension door all the way to the sky, 500 feet, and we drop it over the fish.
I thought that was the point with the giant rock.
True.
No, we use an anvil. Better.
Why an anvil? That's so specific. Wait, are there any boulders here?
The boulder.
The boulder doesn't like this plan. Look around for any boulders.
But yeah, you can definitely do an investigation check for that.
Shit.
Out of curiosity, can something escape a bag of holding?
That is an interesting question. I will say, that I'll look up the specifics. I don't think there is anything that says whether or not someone can escape. So I'm gonna, unless there's something specifically in the description of the item that they probably can try to do escape similar to how somebody would when restrained, either athletics or acrobatics, since the bag of holding is not fairly secure. There's only like a buckle in front. So I'll just quickly look at bag of holding.
Yeah, because, like, add a character. His first form can't breathe anymore. Then we just wait for his second form to lose oxygen too.
See, in this case, the bag is turned upside down, its contents spill forth.
We just need to yeet it into space. Then it'll stop breathing. Then it'll stop thinking.
I mean, Isaac, if you wanna destroy your bag of holding, we could just empty it out and then leave it in there until it turns back and ruptures the bag, and it'll just be on the astral plane forever.
But why would it rupture?
Because when the fish turns back, because as soon as the slug form takes all the damage that a slug can take, it'll immediately turn back into its full gigantic form, which is probably too big for the bag to hold. Because there is a set limit to like the amount of space that a bag of holding can hold.
Yep. And just so it's a 64 cubic feet in a bag of holding, which is essentially 8 feet by 8 feet. So in other words, it's technically smaller than a size large creature, which is 10 foot by 10 foot, and this thing is gargantuan, 20 foot by 20 foot. So it would very easily break out of the bag.
I was expecting it to be a lot bigger. Or
Well,
the space is. I was expecting the space to be a lot more. Never mind. Let's not do that.
You could ask some of the people here at the lake if they know how to kill a giant fish like this.
Are there any lightning genasi?
Roll me a fucking investigation check.
That's a... That's a 1.
Oof.
And not a nat 1.
Oh boy.
Alright, so Bosk. You know from that check alone that there's no such thing as lightning genasi. There's air genasi, but it's only the force specific elements of earth, air, fire, water.
Oh, okay.
But you do still see the couple of water genasi I pointed out earlier, and a couple of the other people. One of them's a Goliath, and you have an air and a earth genasi in the water as well. Where I'm going to say that this is our Goliath, and the other two
Okay.
busty babes are the other two types of genasi.
Hey, you all saw that giant fish, right?
Yeah, why the hell did you piss it off?
Look, I don't know anything about how that happened. All I know is that for the next hour, it's a slug. Do you know how to any idea how to kill it? We have an hour. We have 1 hour to figure out how to kill it.
Oh man, this is fucking fantastic.
I'm dying.
I mean, it's a fish, and
It can fly.
Which can
he
apparently
can fly.
swim out of water.
So one of them, I'm gonna have one of them do a nature check. 13. I'm gonna say a modifier of 1, so 14. Oh, he can fly in any form. I mean, he can swim through any form of water, whether it's solid, liquid, or gas. So it can technically swim through solid ice, and also swim through steam and significant other water vapor.
Steam and water vapor.
Also, I just want to point out that I'm walking out of the hot spring with Boss still on top of my head. I mean,
Oh yeah,
Max.
Flax and X.
Why do you all keep saying Bosk instead of whoever you're talking about?
I suck
We're
at
like
names,
brothers,
so
Brandon, only closer.
I hate it.
I hope not too close.
Before we do anything, can someone heal me? I'm still pretty damaged.
Oh, sorry,
Oh.
sorry, madam. Oh,
yeah, I'm
senora.
kinda-
She's
I'm kind of
says-
burnt here too.
she's gonna cast a prayer of healing. So
Thank you
after,
so much.
so it's a 10-minute casting time, but that's 2d8 once that happens.
Boy.
I can heal you with my hammer.
also since we have an hour, can I take a short rest?
I mean that'll be the end of the hour until it
Yeah.
stops polymorphing, and technically it will happen until, since it's already been 3 minutes and now approaching 4.
We'll
If you were
technically
to take an
happen.
hour rest, there's still 4 extra minutes there. It's in its full form.
Alright,
Actually,
fine.
I'm gonna use my ring real quick and cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Nice. Good
Alright.
job. Good idea.
Don't forget, you guys have those too.
Do we?
Yeah, I gave you guys a gift.
He-
I completely forgot about
Oh,
that. Thank
shit.
you.
You guys always forget about it.
Yeah, we're dumb.
I posted my notes, those are gone.
We'll also do that. So how does it's what level?
So you basically roll 1d8 plus my ability modifier, so you get a +7.
Thank you so much. So 1d8. You're the best. All right, that's 4 + 7. Hell yeah.
And how many times can we use that?
It's a one use. Yeah, but I can give you another use. I just need to cast a spell on it.
Oh, okay.
I basically make any magical item from my spell list I want into an item.
That's
It's
awesome.
pretty nice.
I'm just
So
gonna start getting away from the water.
good fucking call. Do you go south to the mountains or west to the town?
I'm going south to the mountain. You know what? Hold on. I don't know why I thought it was going to be useful, but I'm going to fucking use it right now. I cast Phantom Steed.
Ooh, nice.
We're going to go. We're going to fucking go.
All right. So
Get
because
one hell
you
of a
guys-
steed to support a 7.5-foot half orc.
Large quasi-real horse-like creature appears on the ground in an unoccupied space of your choice within range. You decide the creature's appearance. It's not important, but it's equipped with a saddle, bit, and bridle. Any of the equipment created by the spell vanishes in a puff of smoke after it's carried more than 10 feet away from the steed. For the duration, unit creature you choose can ride the steed. The creature uses stats of a riding horse, except it has a speed of 100 feet and can travel 10 miles an hour or 13 miles at a fast pace. When the spell ends, steed gradually fades, giving the rider 1 minute to dismount. The spell ends if you use an action to dismiss it or if the steed takes damage. Cool.
If we're doing that, I'm going to summon my own speed. I'm going to summon
Yep.
Oro Jackson.
Okay, do it.
Oro Jackson.
You know what? If you're not gonna summon your own steed, Shiva reaches in her bag of holding and pulls out another bag with wings.
So, is that a bag with wings?
Well, yeah.
How did you? Are they like animal wings, or are they like?
Oh, it's if I could explain it, it's basically a small backpack that fits on her. Obviously on Shiva's back with large mechanical wings,
That's fucking awesome.
and he has it has eyes, and it looks around, and all you hear him say is beep burp, beep burp.
That's cool as hell.
This is prototype. That's not Shiva. This is prototype.
Okay.
Prototype, say hi. Beep boop.
I love it. Prototype is beautiful. All right. Okay. Albert, how many people can ride on Oro Jackson with you?
Nate.
Yep.
How many people can ride Jackson?
I'm pulling up the Find Seed spell just so I can tell for sure. Because Find Steed. Seed drops to 0 hit points, disappears, stay within 1 mile of you. So it doesn't say anything in the Find Steed spell. I can check the mounts section of the player's handbook to be sure. A lightning weapon. So does it is there anything specific in the class description just so I can understand like the full amount of what it can do? All right, so what type of weapon is it based off of? Yep. So what I'm asking is what like you say a lightning weapon. So I'm going to say that it can essentially be any weapon from the weapons list except it deals lightning damage instead of piercing or bludgeoning. I'm asking specifically what kind of weapon. Is it like a rapier or a dagger, a longsword? So I'm going to say that for the purposes of this, just so that you can't just create several legendary weapons per game, for the time being, at your current level, you create a weapon that deals magical damage, and it's based on whatever type of weapon you want to be modeled after, like a rapier or short sword. But you can choose the damage type of it. So if you do a rapier, it can be 1d8 lightning. At higher levels, I could be more inclined to have something like this full-on item right here, just not your current level. It could be like a scaling benefit, so you get more and more powerful things as you go on. That way, it's still fair, but you still get to make really good use of it. Yep. So that's still a good limitation, but it still allows you to do pretty interesting things with it. You would have to create each one, and I forget the exact number of your of cards you can use per long rest, but so it is technically possible. Yep. So you can create 6 of those weapons if you use all your cards today, and I'm not opposed to you giving them to other people because it does not say that you cannot. It does not say it requires attunement unless it is you create a specific weapon that requires it. Yep. Shiva?
Shiva could also do, I think it's called arcane weapons.
Ooh, yeah.
So I can also give everyone their primary weapon an additional damage of acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder for 1 hour.
Is there a time on the crafting for that?
Casting time, 1 bonus action, duration, concentration for up to an hour.
Oh yeah, so it's only 1 person.
Yeah, never mind.
That you can do it on, but it's still handy to have when the situation arises, for sure.
So if they use a weapon, never mind, forget it.
All right, so
I mean, I doubt we'll be fighting it for more than an hour if it comes down to it. I mean, either way, let's get away from this water so that it. So how many?
We can walk and talk.
Yeah, exactly. So how many people fit on Oro Jackson, and
So-
how many could I potentially have with me on the Phantom Steed?
So, looking at the statistics for a riding mastiff, it says it has a carrying capacity of 195, but that's also because it's a medium beast. So because Oro Jackson is specifically a large one, as is defined in the Fine Steed spell, I'm going to say that he has a significantly higher weight, and that is the main thing. Oh, well, weight capacity. So that's the main thing that's going to be used to define how much he can do. For the purposes of this, I'm going to say he has close to 400 pounds of carrying capacity. What kind of animal is it specifically modeled after?
I don't know. It just says a large quasi-real horse-like creature. Oh, it has the statistics of a riding horse except for its speed.
So a riding horse has a carrying capacity of 480 pounds.
Oh,
That's enough to hold Bosk and somebody else. Not Bosk and Albrecht, though. That probably weighs more than that.
that's fucking cool, Thomas.
Yeah. But it's not the
Ooh,
actual one.
yeah.
It's just a sample.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
I'm gonna edit it later.
It causes the ambient air to, shall we say, freeze, causing snow and ice.
That's okay. We don't have to go all the way up a mountain.
Yep.
I mean, fuck, we can just stop at the base if we wanted to.
True. I can quickly prepare a map for the base of the mountains if you're not going to go higher than, shall we say, 50 feet.
Yeah. Does that sound good to you guys?
Alright,
I could just.
so
I
I'll
could
work
also
on a,
keep flying up straight.
Oh my god, you could. Wait. Yeah, true.
Mm,
I just had another idea. Okay. Shiva, how high can you fly with those wings?
Pretty high.
Okay. Picture this. We go to the base of the mountain where there's not much. We stay at the base of the mountain where there's not much, of that snow or pesky water in all over the place. You fly up with the pouch containing the slug as high as you can go, and then you drop it. And I'll cast Sickening Radiance at the point where it drops. And so if the damage from the fall isn't enough to kill it outright, it'll immediately be poisoned. And just continue to take radiant damage.
oh man, this
It's
is
a
fucking...
It's a sure thing. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Till it does.
Are you wait?
It's not technically being poisoned. It's just taking radiant
Didn't you
damage.
cast poison spray at it already, Telly?
That was the first thing he did. Yeah, what the fuck, man? He was just like, I want to eat a giant fish. Poison. Does that idea sound good to you guys, though? Because we're probably running out of time.
Yeah, at this point it's about 50 minutes that have passed with your guys' travel.
Are you guys good with that plan then? Okay, cool. So let's find a place that's at least, I guess, that's like a relatively flat surface that we can all stand at least 35 feet away from. It's an incredibly good idea. You're right. So we'll all stand.
Well, the thing is, my backpack is a bit of a prototype, so I don't know how far I can fly. So this would be a good testing.
You're an excellent engineer, and I believe in you and your invention. But yes, it will be a perfect chance. And if you happen to fall, then I can just catch you with a levitation spell.
Okay.
So don't worry. All right. So you'll stand in the center spot, in the center of the area we determine. We'll all stand at least 35 feet away from the center point. You'll fly up as high as you can go within 10 minutes, and then drop the fucking thing. And I'll cast Sickening Radiance at the center point. And hopefully we can kill this big fucking fish. Because I won't be able to cast Polymorph again until I take a break. Because this Sickening Radiance is another 4th level spell. So this better fucking work.
And if that doesn't work, we always have
And I
my
look at-
hammer.
And I look at Telly when I say, this better fucking work. Because we were almost killed by a fish. Well, what if you guys do a measurement of 60 feet so I can make a circle around it? Please.
From where to where?
Just draw the diameter.
Kind of like in the middle of the. That's perfect. That's perfect. Thank you so much. All right, so let's see. So it's gonna be here, and will someone else do 60 feet across one of the ends of that?
Like
just
one
pull
of
out
these
the-
when I'm like the
Yeah,
measurement.
like pull out the measuring tool, and then for
There you
instance,
go.
the other person do this. This is me doing it. Could one of y'all do that? So I can draw the circle, or Nate, you could draw the circle.
Sure. So
We made a
Thomas,
penis.
will you get that measurement out again so that we
draw
can see the?
shape.
Here we go.
Draw shape.
It's a 30-foot. I think it's a 30-foot radius, right?
Yes.
30-foot radius.
Polygon line. Draw shape. So
You can hold
Oh.
Alt. If you hold a draw shape, you can hold Alt and it'll draw a circle, and then just go from the top left corner to the top right corner.
oh, okay. So Alt. Come on, Alt.
There you go. Yeah.
Is it showing as a circle
No.
now?
Not seeing anything.
Oh shit!
I'm just still seeing some.
Someone pinging.
Stefano, you just pinging?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to be helpful.
So start at
There
where
we
my-
go. I have to press on Alt first. Okay.
Oh, I haven't seen any update to the map. Also, the pinging stopped.
Well-
Oh, there. It's like a white. It's like white. I can't really see. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, something like that. Wait.
A little bit more. So whoever made that one will have to.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got it.
it's nearly there. Nearly there.
Well, how to delete the shapes?
You click Alt and then press the mouse.
Yeah, hold Alt and press. So like, if I hold Alt, I do this. So it would be like,
Oh.
like this. So we do that, and then how long is the? Okay, never mind. I got it in one. Fuck it.
Nice.
God damn it.
Everyone else is just contributing to the artwork.
God damn it. Okay.
All right, so we'll use the green one.
All right. And then
I still can't delete it.
the center point. The center point is like right around.
All right,
So the center point
So-
is here.
you start flying up, Shiva.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah. So stand around the circle.
Sing
Oops.
Kumbaya.
Sing. It's a fish fry. Tonight. It's a fish fry.
wait. Who has the fish or the slug?
I hand it to you. I hand
I
you the
can't
pouch.
select my
that contains
character.
the- hand
Oh,
you the
I forgot
pouch that
to.
contains the slug.
Hold on.
And I say, please, for the love of God, don't eat it.
It's hard to tell. All right, you're good now. The Empress.
That's a smart move.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's Prosecco, nice. Good choice.
Are we going around the greens? Oh, we're going around the green, sir.
Yes, we stand around the green circle, not in it, because then you get some hurdies.
All right.
I need a beer. Hold on.
I've been stressing. This is so stressful.
This is. I see that. All right, I'm just popping open an East Siders.
Oh, I see him now. Oof. That's
Make sure not to come right down in the center once you come down, because
Oh.
it will be a dangerous area. So come down, at least, near one of us.
I'm gonna try to at least glide around you guys.
Huh?
I'm already here. I'm the gold guy. Oh.
Ha! Ha! Ha!
Now we summon a demon in this circle. And the demon will eat the fish, and then we have to kill the demon.
Why are there so many boxes and shapes?
I don't know, because I drew them to denote the center of the of the thing, but I got it. I deleted them. Here.
So just so I'm clear, Thomas, you're flying because of the aerial chassis.
Yes, correct.
All right. So 40 feet.
It's gonna be horrible.
So for the time being, it's able to go higher and higher. I'm trying to remember. So it's the fall damage is 10 feet is 1d6.
Yeah,
And
I think it's 10d6.
maxes at 20d6. So
Ah,
that's
damn,
200 feet is the maximum damage you can do to something with fall damage. Do you want to fly 200 feet up in the air is the real question.
I want to fly 199.
Ooh.
Damn it.
Alright,
I'll
so as
catch
you're
you
starting to
if you fall.
fly up, I will need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Actually, you're trying to resist wind, so I'm going to say Strength saving throw.
Natural 20, but I have -2, so it's 18.
Oh, nice.
Natural 20s don't take the negative modifiers. They're still counted.
Oh, they don't? Okay, never mind. Then natural 20.
At least not under me. So yeah, the
Okay.
natural 20 is enough to have you endure a lot of the battering winds and have it push on. And you are able to go to 199 feet, which technically means, per the rules as written, it would do 19d6 damage rather than the 20d6.
God
1
damn it.
foot higher. And you
Oh,
can
no,
still...
I already thought about this. Easy. She's gonna lift up the slug above her head for that extra feet to throw it down.
And this is why your character has the high intelligence.
Beautiful.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it's brilliant. You do that.
As soon as
Do you
she
say
throws-
anything before this happens? Oh, by the way, I forgot to do Sister Martha's roll. So that's 6 plus 8 on her Prayer of Healing, plus another 6, so that's 20 plus the level. So everybody heals 22 damage.
Oh, nice.
I'm already at full health.
Thank God.
I
Same.
don't need healing.
You're gonna take it, hailing, and you're gonna love it. Like, did you know that there are children in the world that don't get hailing, and there you are, fucking spitting it out? But anyways, do you say anything before you drop this slugfish?
Let's get this over
Fuck
with.
you!
A
The
classic.
fuck are you, slugfish?
I have nothing. Got nothing clever.
It'll be fine. If nothing else, we can shove that in the bag of holding.
Oh,
She
wait,
throws-
I actually have something.
yeah.
I hope you like sashimi!
Then she throws it. I fucking love sashimi, dude.
Now that he's free falling.
Still in the pouch, though, right?
No, she said she took him out of the pouch and held him high above her head before dropping
okay.
him. Yep, so he's going to fall down straight to the rock hard ground. And I'm just going to roll 20d6 and... Okay, so that's actually a lot of ones.
That's okay.
Try.
Then roll 40-10 for entering Sickening Radiance for the first time.
I'll do the con save. And because he is, he enters Sickening Radiance while he's still a banana slug, so that means he has the Constitution modifier of that.
Ah,
Which is
perfect.
going to be low since it's small. Ooh, that's a 3 with a -3 modifier.
Is that the equivalent of a nat 20 for the spell to hit? God damn.
I want to
3
say...
minus 3.
I want to say just because it's like... a 0. It's like it literally has no value. I want to say that's an extra damage dice for sure.
Oh hell yeah!
Because of the unique situation and because you guys are gonna need all the damage you can get.
Yeah, we fucking are.
So the banana
You're kidding
slug
me!
has
That's 5d10. Roll a 15.
3 points.
I fucking. This is why I don't roll using Roll20. This is why I always roll with my actual dice. It's okay.
This is
okay.
fantastic.
It's okay. It also gets a level of exhaustion.
He does have a level of exhaustion, so disadvantage on ability checks.
Full exhaustion.
Now, one of those ones goes into destroying the banana slug because it only has 1 health. So he takes 14 damage, and then... So I'm going to just quickly calculate this. Alright, and then he takes the 61 damage as he lands. I'm going to get our boy back where he belongs.
There he
Still
is!
alive.
His grace, his magnificence, his elegance. Him.
That's fantastic. Anyways, so he lands, smacks the dab on the rock, and he starts flopping around. Bosk and Telly both hear him scream, "I am not pleased with you. How dare you humiliate Georgie?" "You challenged me, you fool."
I cast Fireball.
I run up to it and hit smack with the hammer.
Sickening radiance!
Yep, he said he's going to the sickening radiance, so make a Constitution save there, Alfred.
You better fucking roll high. I swear to God. I'm casting.
I just wanted to announce to everybody my constitution is a +8, so fuck y'all.
I'm still casting Fireball.
And that one is still on that one. But...
So that's a 23. Do I pass?
You pass.
You
No,
do.
there's no way down.
Thankfully, you pass. Now roll a dex save.
So I'm going to say that we have the same initiative roll as before, so Telly is up first.
Please do something. Why did you do nothing?
You literally started it.
Telly. Telly.
Telly's not really a team
Telly,
player today,
please.
is he?
You're a spellcaster, aren't you? No. It's not. It's you see the fish. It's just there's a green light emanating from the center point.
It literally looks like he's standing in Chernobyl gas, but
Yeah.
you can see him.
It's just very bright.
Okay. I'm contributing.
New.
Do I grow an extra arm or something?
I mean,
I'm gonna say that's not in the spell's effects, and you're just gonna suffer the exhaustion because that's a lot more realistic to what happens with radiation poisoning.
Would have been ironic.
oh my God.
Oh, I have something.
Was you said a 12 to attack Isaac? No. Go for it.
Let's fucking go.
15. Barely hits.
I'm sorry. I didn't think about that part. I didn't think about the weapons. That's my bad. Welcome to the fish zone.
Gallons of fish. I'm fishing in my tummy.
What?
I don't even know.
Welcome to the fish zone.
Fish.
Fish all over my face.
I need more alcohol.
Alright, so that's the end of your turn. Okay then. So now he's up. And, you know, it's not even that high of a damage on him, but he's still just really mad because you're the one who challenged him, and you just throw a knife at his face as soon as he's back. What he's going... So he can't really move around that much there. He can flop around, let's say, Yes, he's literally magic harping it like 5, 10, and 15. Because he still is really big and is able to generate a bit of force as he jumps with his tail. So you could like feel the ground kind of rumbling underneath as he kicks himself in that direction. And then he looks over at Albrecht and Telly. He opens his mouth. And he's going to use the steam breath.
In the spot.
You're right. I'll have to make my con save, but he's doing it with the bonus of a full-grown giant-ass fish. What's your DC?
Ow. Hold on, let me check. 16, Chief.
Okay, so he rolled a 24, but I just wanted to know.
Holy
now,
shit.
Albrecht and Telly have to make Constitution saves.
Okay.
Oh, my sweet bippy.
I got 16.
All right.
You
Is that-
passed.
Yes.
All right, so you both succeed.
Sweet.
Albrecht barely succeeds. All right, so you guys. Something's up with my scrolling. All right, so you guys take 20 damage each fire. But here's the thing, right? He breathes out this steam in a line in front of him. And now that there is water back, he starts swimming through it until he is out of the radiance. And then he just looks at Telly. What was that?
Does the fish actually comprehend what's going on? Like,
I mean, he's capable of speech. You could tell that, and he clearly has some semblance of a personality, and he knows that he is in this green light, and he just got, and he's been already had to do 2 saves for this throw, and he knows that one of them already did some significant damage to him and left him fairly tired.
true.
He knows that the green light is something he should not be in.
Okay.
What's
my
Telly's intelligence? 8?
Where
Yes,
did
he actually does have a higher intelligence than...
Are you fucking...
What did you say the word of the day was today, Brandon?
I don't fucking know.
Smooth brain?
Oh, yeah. Smooth brain. The word of the day is smooth brain. Oh, I'm in pain. Why are we like this?
I don't know, but I don't want it any other way. Now then. So that's his movement, his action, and he has no applicable bonus actions this turn. Which brings us to the mighty Flaxanax.
Excellent. Flaxanax is going to fire all his sunbolts at this bitch.
Alright. You have to be in range. And I'll
That is
calculate
range.
them.
Oh, wait, where did he go? Oh, shit, he's out of range.
Camouflage against the rock background.
But
Shit,
yeah,
he's
like
out of
he
range.
so you can still
5,
move.
10,
This is
15,
30 feet.
20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, I'm going to, there we go. That is dirty 20.
Definitely hits.
6 damage.
Alright.
And then I'm going to attack again.
Yep.
That is 23 damage.
23 to hit. You mean?
Yeah, 23. Sorry, 23 to hit. 23 to hit. But that is 12 damage.
Oh,
10
nice.
damage. 10 damage. 10 damage. You can't. That's max damage. Max damage. 10 damage.
Cool.
And then
All right.
finally, I'm going to spend a key point to attack 2 more times.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, yes. I wish Eldon was here for this.
Yes.
That's 22 damage.
Thank God.
What was that?
22.
Oh, 20 to hit. Alright. You
That's
hit.
7 damage.
Cool.
That's only a 10.
To hit. Yeah, you miss.
And that'll end my turn.
Well, I made a meme. It seems to only have posted the... There we go.
Oh,
There we go.
nice, nice. I'll be right back. I'm gonna mute myself for a second.
I will too.
Okay. So I'll hold your turn because you're up next. So I'll have Shiva go while you're up.
Okay. Shiva is like what you said, 199 feet in the air, right?
Yep.
So how does falling work in D&D?
So the way I view it is You fall at 9.8 meters per second, and a single round is 6 seconds. So I'm going to do 9.8 meters to feet. So you fall at 32 feet per second, which in terms of per round, 32 times 6, you could fall 192 feet in a single round. But the thing is, all movement in a turn is essentially, like, even if you fall 30 feet, that technically is actually kind of hard to say, because it says that, like, if you move 30 feet, even if you're, like, going down river or something, that counts. But for this purpose, I'm going to say that since you are falling at 9.8 meters per second, 192 feet, which means you'll stop right above the ground if you start free falling. You can always start breaking your fall at some point.
Yeah, that's what yeah. That's what I was gonna do. Or what was the range of the sniper rifle you gave me? Well, about, I should say.
About 100 feet, I believe.
Okay. I want to stop at roughly 100. Yeah, roughly 100 feet.
All right, you do that, and I believe that still keeps you well outside the sickening radiance. I can check the diameter on that, but for the time being, we'll say you're safe.
Okay.
And you are within range. You may fire when ready. I'm checking the radius on that. Real quick.
Ooh.
The radius versus height. So, sickening radiance. It is a 30-foot radius sphere, so it is 60 feet tall, and Shiva's still well outside of it.
I can't make this up. I rolled a natural 20 again.
Dude, hell yeah.
Woo! Bullet.
Hacks.
Probably I'm pure, so leave me alone. 10 with a first hit.
10.
It's really good.
So I'm gonna say that even with the free fall, that would have used all your movement this turn.
That's fine.
Any bonus action you'd like to take?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna bonus action. Actually, I should have done this better. Oh well. I'm gonna bonus action and cast arcane weapon on the sniper rifle.
Cool.
Ooh.
For
At least you have
lightning.
it for later.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, so we'll have Bosk's turn now since he's back. What's your plan, boss?
Play the hits, Chief. It's a fireball.
Alright.
What
So
I want to do is cast it behind him
Mhm.
and just see if maybe there's enough force behind it to knock him back into the radius.
Alright.
Sorry, Telly.
So roll the 8d6 damage.
I would love
please.
to, and I'm gonna do it with my fucking dice. I don't goddamn trust roll 20 not to fuck me over. All
I'll
right,
laugh if you get like 5 ones.
all right, 4. All right, so my 8d6 for fireball. First one's 4,
Mhm.
1, 6, 3. Okay, so 4, 1, 6, 3. That's the first 4, so that's a total of.
I have my calculator app open, so it's
14.
14.
Okay, perfect. And then the next 4 are 5, 4, 3, and 5.
Alright, that's a total of 31 healing. You see, this thing lives
fucking
inside...
what?
You see, this thing lives inside a lake of boiling water. This thing has been perfectly adapted to live in an environment where it is surrounded in very intense heat. As you unleash the fire on this fish, you can see that it is in fact enjoying the very high temperature of the flames as some of its wounds even start to stitch together. He looks over at Boss and says, "Thank you. I'll kill you last."
I fucking guess you're welcome!
Won't the fire just evaporate the water?
I was hoping it would just evaporate the water in the air.
I mean, it's technically already evaporated because it's steam, so
Well,
it's
it's
already
already
in
able to move
vapor
anymore
form.
then.
So it probably would make it fly higher because heat rises, and the higher the temperature vapor goes, the higher it goes.
Cool. He's
So-
gonna run out of steam to swim through, and then he'll be fucked.
Now then, that was your action. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, now I cast Firebolt? No.
Maybe it needs to be a higher level.
Most of my fucking spells are fire!
Well, yeah.
Son of a bitch. Why did I specialize like this? This is such a stupid idea. Because if you're on the water, if you're on a boat,
Mhm.
then it's bad. Because if you like burn someone's mast, or if you started like burning their ship, they'd be fucked. So I was like, yeah, that makes sense for his character. But at the same time, it's fucking useless in half of our encounters.
Oh man.
You can
this is
play fun or
fantastic.
you can play smart. There's like no in between. Oh my god. Fuck! Alright, so I can forego half of my movement for another action, right?
Yep.
Does that include spell? I forget.
Was it?
Does that include spells? I forget.
Yeah.
Use
All
Firebolt.
right. Yeah, I'll use. Yeah, no, I do that. No, I fucking. I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb at 2nd level.
There we go.
And
What
I'm
damage form would you like it to be?
I'm gonna go with Fire Lightning.
Wise fucking decision.
I go with Lightning. Oh my god.
Roll.
All
So
right,
roll to
that's a-
attack.
19 plus 8 is 27.
Oh,
I
yeah.
swear to God. Okay, good. Thank you. Alright, so at 2nd level, it's going to be 4d8 damage
Yeep.
of the lightning variety. Alright, where's my other d8? I know I have a 4th d8. Okay, 3, 8, yes. 5,
16.
and 3. So 3, 8, 5, 3.
Alright, so that's 19 damage.
Okay, that almost makes up for the other one.
So as your
Oh,
you hit him with the lightning, whereas the fire seemed to be like so beneficial for him that it recovered, you can tell that as soon as this hits him, especially with him being around the steam, he seems to take a little bit more than he would usually.
Oh, thank gosh.
So that 19 is in fact 38 lightning damage, for he is vulnerable to it.
Okay, that actually
Damn.
makes up for my blunder.
Yes.
Thank God.
It's a net positive.
Thank God.
Alright. Ulbrich,
It's a
you start your turn in the sickening.
time.
You start your turn in the sickening radiance. Roll a Constitution saving throw again.
Rolling. I got 17.
You pass.
You pass.
See, I should probably just end the spell, but there's a chance that you guys will push him back in, so I don't want to. I don't want.
And
I don't want. I don't want
I'm
to waste
gonna-
another 4th level slot.
I'm gonna bonus action to Misty Step right here.
Yep.
And of course, once when he does, he says,
Oh, that's great.
I hate
love
how funny that is.
and I'm gonna attack him with a 2nd level smite.
Ooh.
Oh hell yeah!
Ooh.
So that's gonna be
Good
what,
shit.
4d8?
If you hit, yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
True.
19.
Yeah, that's a
Okay. Plus 5. Ooh, that's 23.
Ooh, that's good shit.
Hell yeah!
Is dead.
Not yet. This, like he said, it's very, very tough to kill.
Alright, that's my turn.
You still have an extra attack.
Oh, I do? Okay.
Yeah, because paladins have extra attack at level 5, so you can attack twice on the same action.
Alright, attacking again. Oh, you motherfucker, I got 11.
11. That's a miss.
Saw that 19, I was gonna get excited, and then got that 3.
But it was a good round nonetheless.
There you go.
Alright, so Rem, Celia, and Martha are going to have their turn. Rem is surrounded by rocks, so she's going to do 2 different catapult spells. He dodges 1, not that one. 8 damage. Hits him pretty good with a rock. Alright. Martha's gonna do a good old-fashioned Sacred Flame. And then again, and both of those are misses. Sela's gonna 5-10 right there. 2 attacks. Hit. 4, 1, plus 8, 13. And she misses the half of her movement one. Alright, so he's looking very bloodied at this point, and this brings us back to Telly. You have a dex mod of 8? I think that's because that means you have a dexterity of at least 25 to my knowledge, and Telly doesn't have that. It's probably your proficiency bonus. Alright, so it's 4 plus 8, you said, so... Alright, so it's 12, so 24 damage. Now, how would you like to do this?
Ooh,
Love it. And you could definitely see that even though fire doesn't seem to affect him, the heat generated from the lightning is different enough in a way that cooks him so well through and through. It's very, very delicious smelling. He gives a couple, because he has a lot of electricity flowing through his nervous system, he starts contracting, so his tail starts kind of slapping on the ground a bit, and his fins are going haywire as they contract inward. His jaw opens a bit, and then he goes still. Perfectly cooked. I'm gonna roll D100 to see if boiling breath fish is included in that.
$1 million.
So that's an 89 on a D100, so you definitely find a recipe for boiling breath fish.
Cumin. That's what my beef and barley soup was seasoned with.
From how high Shiva is, can she tell that the fish is dead?
I mean, technically, because it's still thrashing around from the electricity in its nervous system, it doesn't even... You can't tell it's dead from where you are. He does seem injured.
Shoot at it twice.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's dead, so it technically doesn't even have an armor class. You're attacking an object. But you still are pretty high up, so I will say you do an attack roll. But the AC's 10, because it can't even move.
I cracked its skull with my hammer.
Okay, so this is gonna be very interesting. I rolled a nat 1, then a 17.
Oh no.
So someone's getting shot.
But I'm gonna roll my D4. Hey, that's a 2, which means you do in fact shoot somebody. So it's gonna be either Ulbrich or Telly. I'm going to have it that a 1 is Telly and a 2 is Ulbrich.
Oh no.
Roll that damage, Shiva.
Oh, I am not sorry.
Wow.
And that is the best reaction to have.
Wait, I just remembered I put lightning damage on
Oh,
Ooh, yes.
is
So you do
Telly
more.
damage? No! Telly!
Just hear these dice.
Just don't dodge
Technically,
into
no,
the
because you
radius.
have no. Because the thing is, like, a bullet travels faster than the speed of sound. So you're looking at the fish. There's no way you can possibly react to this before it hits you.
So 11 on the sniper damage and
Ooh.
three additional on lightning.
Okay, so that's 14 on Telly. How you looking?
Wait, I lied. That's a lie because only one bullet hits. So that's 5 sniper and 2 lightning.
Okay. So you take 7 damage. Boss, do you drop your sickening radiance yet?
Yes. Once it
Okay.
smells like delicious
It almost feels like it's ringing like a gong from the echo.
Oh my god, Telly, are you okay? Oh, no. Run over. Speak to me, Telly. Speak to me. How could this happen? Look how
I'm
I
gonna use
massacred my
play on
boy.
hands for 20 points.
Alright. Play on hands.
And I do this by putting my hands over his eyes. I'm like, sleep, Telly, sleep.
Oh. Lay on hands. I think you mean last rites.
This is great.
Yeah, 20.
You have a bunch of perfectly cooked fish right there.
Wow.
Albert just reaches out and just pulls off a slab off this fish and starts eating it. I haven't eaten yet. I'm hungry.
Basket's just quietly carving off a little piece while Telly is talking.
So just as another thing, Telly, as part for the cookbook of the recipe, it says that it technically can't be cooked with a traditional stove. It can only be cooked with lightning or radiant heat.
Back in the radiance.
Radiant? I start hitting with my hammer.
No.
Lightning? Just keep shooting it.
No. You're filling the fish with lead.
Don't worry, I'll pound out the lead. Pound.
It's okay. The fish is already poisoned with mercury.
Yeah, what's worse, having too much mercury in your fish or too much lead?
Depends
Lead's
if you bite
actually
into the
poison.
lead.
Mercury just makes you insane first.
You just bite the fucking bullet, literally.
As the kids say.
I'm gonna cast Tensor's floating disc.
Mm-hmm.
I want to throw down a Tensor's floating disc and just be like, here, put as much as you can on this.
You guys can make a survival check to see if you can skin enough off of it.
Oh my god.
I
Do you want to
I
just
shall make
plop
this
the whole
whole.
thing up on top of the disc?
What's the carrying capacity of the disc?
I think it's like 500 pounds. Yeah,
I
500
rolled a
pounds.
4.
How much does this fish weigh?
I mean, the thing is gargantuan. This thing is like elephant sized. 500 pounds. It's probably at least a ton. So you could take a quarter of the meat. But the thing is, I mean, fish bones aren't particularly heavy. But if you guys are able to skin it, you'll probably be able to get about 500 worth of edible meat and
might
leave
be
the
able to-
organs and bones behind.
Yeah, you know what? Can we do actually? What do we know? Do we happen to like know anything about this fish? Like, is this something we've heard of before? Do we know if there's anything like any parts of this fish that might actually be useful?
You could do a nature check.
I would love to do a nature check.
I will assist.
Do you guys want to? Why don't we do a help action so we can get advantage on the nature check?
To specifically know about this fish. Albrecht's helping, so you can
Okay.
roll advantage.
Oh god, mine's not much better. It's a 14.
Mine's 17.
Ooh,
17.
okay.
Now we're talking. So you know that they are able to essentially generate a large amount of heat. You know that they are technically warm-blooded, which is very rare among fish. And you do know that they do have something like a special organ that's enchanted that's used to help generate a lot of the heat for steam. Once the fish dies, essentially the fiery core becomes dormant, but it can be heated up as a source of heat. So as long as it's placed in fire for a good amount of time, they can generate heat and light on its own. Almost kind of like you charge it in a fire, and then it's a battery ready to go.
And I don't know specifically which organ, right?
With the 17, you know that it's an organ that's located close to the head, because that's why it's able to breathe out steam that so effectively without... Well, technically it wouldn't damage the organs because it's immune to fire anyways, but it still makes it the most effective to discharge. So as long as you find an organ that's particularly boiling hot, you'll be able to.
She was gonna fly right above it, like 10 feet above it.
Yep.
And then just dolphin dive right into the head.
You go right through the gills.
And she starts digging around in there until she finds something just boiling.
Albert pulls
with
up
her,
a sign that says
with
10.
her claws.
What are you doing?
Do a survival. Oh yeah, you got those eyes.
Fish eyes.
It should be around here somewhere.
Eyes.
Do a survival check, Shiva.
Those eyes.
No problem.
Alright.
A couple of fish eyes.
With your survival check, I will say that you know that fish eyes can, well, just any eyes rot particularly quickly, but if you pickle them, they'll last.
They're also really good for your digestive system.
I'm gonna say that that's such a basic thing in cooking that there's no way it wouldn't, and you know that it's simply a mixture of water and salt to create brine, and a couple other readily accessible things.
What? Wait, no, not if you want to eat them. Oh.
Yeah, so you know it's a part of vinegar and water mixed with salt, and all those things are readily available. You can make them at pretty much any inn, the brine. So
Should we just butcher this thing here and see how much meat we can take back?
Shiva's survival was 12.
all right, so you are able to find it, but there's a lot of skeleton in the way. It makes it difficult to get through, but you are able to identify it.
Okay,
If you guys are able. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say, Shiva's gonna dig up from where it's located, so
Yep.
she could just jump straight down and find it again.
Hmm.
But
Yep.
she's eating, she's like biting and eating. That she's
Okay, that
making a
makes it a
hole.
lot easier to get through. So
Yeah.
yeah, you'd be able to access it if you guys did a good enough survival check to get the meat off of it. You'd clear enough of the space around so you could easily grab it. Who would like to skin?
I found something.
I would like to skin it with my hammer.
It does have a spike on the end, so not particularly good at skinning, but at the very least you can make incisions. But in any case, you guys can roll if you would like.
Would that be survival?
By the way, while this is all happening, you smokes on his like starts smoking his herb pipe because he has absolutely no interest in eating any of this fish.
True. Yes.
vegetarian.
Vegetarian.
I rolled a 16.
All right.
My survival's another 14.
So are you a vegetarian or a vegan? I mean, make up your mind, man.
So with that 16, Albrecht is able to use a knife
Oh.
and properly skin the fish. Because the thing is, warhammers are really good for piercing, but you wouldn't be able to do like a proper cut with it unless it's like a spike that has specifically like an edge blade, and I'm totally fine allowing that as long as that's how you imagine his hammer being.
Nah, I pull out a knife.
All right.
Wait, is Sheba still inside of the fucking fish?
Maybe
Never came out.
She's
Oh.
still in there. Yeah. So
I'm skinning this thing.
yep, you start skinning the fish and you get pretty good amount of meat off of it. You get towards the head. You cut a way around the gills. You just look down. You see this very confused and buried kobold just staring up at you, pointing down excitedly at
Okay.
something.
Wrong one. I'm skinning and then all of a sudden I see Sheba's face.
God.
The fact that you thought of that so fucking quickly. That's great.
That's incredible.
So you get roughly 600 pounds worth of edible meat off of this. 500 of that can go on the disc, and 100 will have to be carried the old-fashioned way.
Shove it in your bag of holding.
If you want dead fish to be the smell of your bag of holding and everything in it,
Yes.
you can. Okay, go for it. You leave behind a large skeleton of fish bones and the unedible organs, and Shiva finds her prize, the little portable oven that they use to make their steam.
So what is
And
that?
I
you were
break
looking for,
skull.
Shiva?
What is what, boss? What was that?
Oh, just asking Shiva. So what is that you were digging for?
Well, if I remember correctly, this is what makes the fish so steamy. I can basically use it for a portable fireplace.
All right. Very useful. Albert breaks the skull after skinning the fish, and everyone collects the valuable food stuff.
Nice.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you can tell that the bones of fish aren't particularly robust. Even something this big, just so much of its structure is adapted to supporting its own weight that a significant break just goes right through. And Telly, you were asking about making a rapier from the bones. You do see that it has ribs that are pretty large. You can see that they're kind of bendy. It would need a bit more of a solid a solid back so that it doesn't just bend like a training or fencing foil. Something can be made out of it. It just needs a little bit of additional structure, like something like wood or a metal bar that
So
it's
somebody can make a
secured.
bow out of the bones.
More of a skull
Burn, baby,
case.
burn, disco inferno. Burn, baby, burn, burn your
But
mother
Albrecht, you suggest
down.
making a bow. Interesting. Now then, is there anything anybody else would like to do?
I announced to my friends that I have thought of a name for my hammer. I shall call it Skull Splitter.
Oh,
Skull Splitter. Very
Yes.
intimidating.
Yes, I've killed a total of 21 people with this hammer, all blown to the head.
wow. A strong name for a strong weapon.
It's mine.
That it is.
All right, are we done? Let's go home or back to tavern. Let me do one more thing, just randomly. I'm gonna use Divine Sense.
You do not detect any celestials, fiends, or undead within the radius. You
Yeah,
guys
it's
just
been a
make
while
it-
since we've encountered any of those guys. I just noticed.
What if the fish was a fiend the whole time?
Well, it's just while I was underneath the water, I said out loud in the water, "Death to Telly," and something talked back to me. And
You
deep.
what?
You just nonchalantly fucking advocated.
No, I just wanted to see if I can speak underwater, and something answered me.
Why would you say that?
Why would
By this.
we have gotten passes? Just just wanted to say something, and that was the first thing that came to my mind.
Oh my gosh. Wait, so what happened?
But we're not gonna acknowledge the fact that something talked back to me after I said this.
Was it the fish?
I'm not sure. Do these kind of fish speak deep?
Speak something.
No, I don't speak Aquan. But if you're curious about the response that it gave me was, "Are you willing to pay the consequences?" I said no. No, I was a little freaked out. Can I make a nature check to see what could have spoke back?
You can certainly try.
I got a 7. So I'm not sure, but it could have been a dragon or a deep dwarf. I think.
You say dragon?
Dragon. Or however they're pronounced. No, not drow, the deep dwarves.
Oh, Dwargar.
Dwargar, thank you.
Yeah, because with that nature check, you still can't exactly tell because even though there are so few things that speak deep speech, a lot of them are just like very obscure creatures that your average textbook isn't going to know about. You know that most people say it's the language of mind flayers and beholders, but that's pretty much all you know, and everything else that you've encountered so far seems to have been kind of a sporadic, like something that happens to speak it.
Above table was probably Aboleth.
Do you want to go back? And
No,
investigate it?
no, that was, I didn't like the voice inside my head, and well, this is a team effort. Should we vote on it? Should we go back? Above table, I'm looking up at Aboleth, and yes, they do speak deep.
What if we asked it for 50,000 gold worth of materials? Interesting.
So, all in favor of going back to the waters, say aye.
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
we should probably take a bit of a rest first, just in case.
I agree. Let's take a rest. Let's go back.
This was a very eventful morning.
True. Getting your ass kicked. Alright, so you guys return to the inn then?
Yeah, good idea. We're just gonna camp out next to a dead fish corpse. Or do you mean back at the lake? Oh,
You guys' choice. What you want to do?
Same. True, we should take the fish back to town first, because it'll rot. You think we can sell any of this meat? Wonder if there's a fish market in town.
Yeah, let's guilt him into being. Let's guilt him as much as we can for trying to get you arrested.
Totally legitimately trying to get you arrested. for something you definitely, totally did not commit. Wink.
I mean, I don't know that. My character doesn't know that. My character thinks that Tully is legit innocent. Because my character wasn't in that shop. Tully's actually convinced himself that he didn't commit a crime.
Congratulations, you gaslit yourself. I don't know how you did it.
Alright, so you guys are back at the inn, and the bartender sees you bring in all of this boiling breath fish. I recognize that scent anywhere. You actually went to the lake, killed the fucker, and brought it back. Wow, I'm impressed, truly.
Brandon, you are obsessed with mutated salmon.
I love them.
Wait, that's a salmon?
That's a
That is a
salmon,
salmon.
dude. They got all fucked up during mating season. The
That
male
is
ones
not a
do.
salmon. That's a fucking
I
barracuda. or some
promise
shit.
you, that is a fucking salmon.
That is, Brandon's right. That is the salmon.
During the mating season, the males like
No. He didn't say
When
that's
it's
a salmon. He said that's a fucking salmon.
It is a fucking salmon.
It's literally
fucking
a
salmon
fucking
because it's
salmon.
mating season. They go through like some sort of fucking Kafka-esque metamorphosis, and they turn into that, and then they
This
fuck,
one looks
and then
like-
they
it looked
die.
like- It looks like it jizzed so hard it had a stroke.
Not even that far off.
Holy shit!
Oh god.
Sweet fish paste.
Fish paste all over.
Come on, doesn't that last photo? Wouldn't you like to just cuddle up next to him? Look at that face. How can you say no to that face?
Easy. Yeah.
I need Eldon to draw a Hagao face over that. Holy shit!
You
I
actually
don't
managed
think
to get
Georgie was particularly horny. I think he was just angry. But maybe he was horny, angry, angry, horny.
Horny.
Hold on. There's a thing for this. Hold on, there's a thing for this. Horny, angry. There we go. Oh yeah,
There it
yeah.
is.
horngry. Yeah, horngry.
Alright. So, anything that anybody would like to do at the inn? You said you want to sell some of the meat?
Jesus.
Oh, man.
Of course, a very pissed off fish.
Yes. I have heard about Georgie. Particularly mad, doesn't like being taunted, or rather didn't. Oh,
I
damn.
also have his organ.
I find that vague and unsettling. Yes, so the going rate for it is 5 silver a pound. So if you're doing 200, so it's 100 gold total.
Y'all can keep the fish. I don't want it.
It'd probably be pretty good if we could dry it out. If we could dry it out, or otherwise preserve it for trail rations. I mean, maybe if we kept maybe 100 pounds of it to ourselves to preserve, we could eat for quite a while for free. Although it'd be a lot of fish in the diet, and it's not particularly bad for you either. I mean, fish is pretty healthy, all things considered. I mean, I've heard it's much better than eating red meat all the time. It's that Mediterranean diet. Oh my
Ooh.
god. Do you want to just keep it even and just keep 100 pounds for ourselves and sell the rest? And just bring the tensor's disc inside. 500 pounds of fucking fish meat.
Holy hell.
There we are.
So as I said, 5 silver a pound, and 500 pounds is 250.
That is
Correct.
not bad at all.
How
to jerk a fish.
Yeah, he looks at you with the biggest level of concern. Like he says, "You." I'm going to do an insight check to see if he figures.
What is that gift? What is that image?
So his insight is an 18 with a pretty high modifier, and he's able to figure out that you're referring to make it into beef jerky. Oh, well, to jerky, not beef jerky, but trying to dehydrate it. Okay, so you're referring to dehydrating the meat, yes. So, I don't even want to say because you're clearly not that kind of person. Anyways, so the process is it's partially has to be sun baked, and then you have to have a decent amount of salt.
Oh my god. That is not. That can't. No, that's fake, right? Please tell me. Please tell me
No,
that's
dude,
fake.
some goldfish do that, man.
That's. Oh. That's actually upsetting.
You should
That
see the
thing
ones
must
with
live
the
in
eyes that are
constant
like bigger
pain.
than their head.
That thing must live in pain.
Oh, God.
No.
You sell him 250, and he says that he can get you the amount of salt you need for 1 gold. That will be able to properly preserve that. So while he's doing that, anybody want to do anything else, either in the inn or at town? It's about a little bit past noon at this point.
Shiva wants to identify
Oh man.
actually the orb, I mean the organ, real quick, to know specifically what it is.
What are you doing for sports specifically?
I want to cast identify
Identify
on the
that.
organ.
Okay. So you could see that the way that the organ works is that if it is put in either boiling water or fire, then it can create moderate heat and shed about 20 feet of light. It's essentially a 1-to-2 ratio, so every hour in one leads to 2 hours in the other. And it can be safely moved either through gloves, just having thick enough gloves, or through something like tongs to pick it up and move it. And I will say that some of what you are able to see through it, has a very high iron content, and a few other kind of metals that were put into it, so you can technically use heat metal on it. So from what you know, actually, do a nature check. 7. From what you've heard, no, you've never heard of fish armor. And from just as an additional thing, since you are a reptile, you know that there's kind of a vague awareness that fish scales and reptile scales are 2 completely different things and aren't very comparable. But you're not sure why. All you know is that it's easier to cut into fish scales than reptilian.
Wait, was there a reward for killing this fish by any chance?
Not from what you know. Think of it more like it's kind of a personal challenge in the town, but it's nothing that somebody would reward you for. It's more about the prestige.
It was completely optional. Telly just happened to piss off a huge fish. Telly just happened to do this. No one sent us out for this. You just happened to get us into this. I love it. It's further up. Oh.
So I'm going to go with player characters just for the sake. Telly, Albrecht, Shiva.
NPCs don't eat.
What was that?
I said NPCs don't eat.
More like they make their own food. They carry their own weight.
So what you're saying is, Albrecht has progressed from being racist towards non-humans to being racist towards NPCs. Got it.
Apparently.
How does he know?
That's my secret, Cap. I just know.
Oh shit. Oh no.
Alright, so Telly, Albrecht, Shiva, Rem, Flaxanax, and Bosk. So that's 6 player characters.
Oh yeah, Rem's in the party.
Oh shit, there's a 5th party member?
Well, yeah, Elton hasn't been here today or last time.
Oh yeah, shit, I forgot that joke only applies with Nate.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. I remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's referencing a time that was very early on in the previous campaign we did. So anyway, what Stefan's talking about is there was 5 people in the party, and there was a rogue who was going to do stealth, and he got a nat 20 on it, and then one of the other players just immediately said, in kind of response to the fact that it just suddenly disappeared, he's like, "Wait, we have a 5th party member?" And then that just became a running joke. I mean, even after the rogue left the party and stole from Stefan's character, we were just constantly making that joke. Now then, you guys have got your cash and a stash of fish. Anything else you would like to do? So the rest of your day goes by pretty well. If nobody does anything,
For sure.
sit down, then you relax in the tavern for the rest
Oh
of the day.
shit! Thanks,
Yeah,
Tel.
While we're resting, I want to start reading through the tome of creating flesh golems.
So the first thing you do when you open it, it says Manual of Flesh Golems, and below that says, the developers of this book are not in any way responsible for any actions caused by people who read it. This includes maiming, grave robbing, theft of medical supplies, or any other crime. We are also not responsible for any crime committed by the Flesh Golem, nor for any people who are eaten, bludgeoned, stabbed, gutted, or suffering existential crises because of this creature. If you have made it this far, just be warned. Once you start down this path of dark knowledge, there is only one way out.
Oh,
It doesn't say what it is.
okay, that's all well and good. Turn the page.
Turn to the page and you start seeing some of the instructions of all golems are constructed from the base materials. So every clay golem needs a shit ton of clay. Flesh golems, you need a shit ton of flesh. Human or animal or similar humanoid.
What about fish?
Fish golem. We need another boiler fish. We need to find another boiler. Where's Georgie's dad?
No.
Hey, we can go back to the lake. We have time.
How do you know that Georgie was a female and laid eggs?
Oh, so this is just an additional thing. Just as I'm looking through some of the lore on flesh golems. It specifically says humanoid body parts stitched and bolted together. So you guys can still try to search for the eggs if you like, but he's technically a monstrosity, so you would need to kill people.
People.
Your choice if you guys want to go back to get the eggs, or if you want to stay in town and relax some more, or if there's anything else you want to do. What would you guys like?
I think we should rest real quick, and then we can go back.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Alright, so you may take a short rest.
Hey.
All right, for a short rest, me and Sister Celia go to her room to pray.
Is that what they're calling it these days?
Shut up.
Sorry.
It's called, I think it's called missionary.
Oh! Oh my god, man, he done it.
Is this above table talk or?
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
It's above table. This is totally above table.
No, Boss is a very polite man. He would never say something like that to your face.
During the hour, she was going to upgrade her wings to have nimble flight control.
Alright.
If I upgrade my servant, do I have enough time to build another one?
I'm gonna say that an hour isn't, especially if you're trying to upgrade the other one, definitely not. You can pick one or the other.
Yeah, no, I'll just stick with the upgrade. And can I do 2 upgrades or just the single one?
I'm gonna say 1 simply because it's still a lengthy process, especially since you're new to it. So 1 upgrade per short rest.
Sounds good. I need to update.
Is there anything specific in your prayer, Albrecht? There doesn't have
Sound-
to be if you don't want to do.
I was looking through my book to see if there's anything interesting, and there isn't. So no, nothing
Okay.
specific.
Right. Hour goes by and pretty good peace, and you are able to complete the tasks you guys have suggested to do,
Nice.
and you are all ready to go back to the lake if you would like.
Over the course of the short rest, can I cast Find Familiar?
Yes.
Cool. I do that because I've had that for a while and I just haven't used it yet.
All right. What form does your familiar take?
Let's go with an owl.
Always a classic.
I feel like that's fitting for. I feel like that's fitting for a diviner.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Ah.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Does your familiar have a name?
Not yet.
All right, fair enough. All right, you all ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ready to die.
All right, so I will put you back at beach, and I will clear away this man right here. All right, you're back on the beach.
Fish with butter on them.
Doggo.
And Shiva still has her wings on. She's just flying around.
Nice. Getting a kind of a feel for the movement.
Albert puts on his head and just puts on his hood and makes a beeline into the water. I'll see if there's eggs.
All right, so you guys can do investigation.
Shiva's gonna fly over where the ship is.
Ooh.
All right, investigation. That's my investigation.
Nice.
Ooh. So Alberic, you pulled the hood a little too tight over your eyes when you put it on, so you're spending some time just adjusting so that you are able to better see. And while you're doing that, Telly is looking around through some of the nooks and crannies deep below the surface of the water. And you, in some of the steam vents where a lot of the, especially hot water is coming out of, you do see several, what would be like pretty large clusters about the size of your fist of very tiny eggs bunched together. From what you can see, no. It almost seems like they were specifically left in that vent. And like some of the smaller fish that you had seen earlier, they're not at that particular section of the lake. You stick your hands in the steam vent. Make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, so you are able to not have your hands significantly scalded. You're able to quickly resist the effects of the heat as you dive in your hands and pluck a good amount out. Because of the way they are, a lot of them are still sticking to the sides of the vent, so you need to go in again to get the rest, but you have about 75% of the eggs total. 11 fire damage, and you get none. And now your hands are too, they're very sore and kind of sensitive from the heat, so you're not going to be able to stick your hands in there for the time being until you are healed. So Albert, by the time you get yourself properly adjusted again, you just hear that voice in your head speaking in deep. Are you still considering paying the price?
I ask in my head, what are you?
That is not the matter at hand. You asked for something. I asked if you're willing to pay for it.
Gave you my answer the first time. Now answer this question. What are you?
Right now, I am not talking to you anymore. The voice just fades away.
Comes back out of the water. Looks at everyone. The voice isn't talking to me anymore.
Did you piss it off?
Yes, because I refuse to pay the consequences.
What consequences?
Apparently, when I say, wish for Telly's death, it was willing to grant that wish.
I'm just gonna assume Telly's getting the eggs right now.
Yeah, that's actually a better way of having this be. So yeah, Albert is doing this while you're burning yourself.
He did it, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready.
Oh my god. Oh.
Yes.
This is the second time I've commissioned Eldon.
How much did you actually pay him?
I gave him $6.69.
Oh, naturally. Get some help.
I don't like this.
Yeah,
Jeremy Sarah must be incredibly upset about this. He's the guy who took that picture.
He doesn't have to know.
Too late. I'm already adding him on Twitter.
Are you actually?
No.
Yes.
I gave on Twitter.
I want to know.
You should add him on Twitter though and show him that picture.
Be like, hello, sir. Thought you might enjoy this edit of your famous horny salmon image.
This is what your work has turned into.
Horny salmon, now even hornier.
Albert, do you think if someone else tried it would still respond, or do you think it's just done?
As famously quoted by Adventure, you can certainly try.
Oh,
Too meta?
No, I'll allow it. That's definitely something that somebody would say, especially an experienced adventurer.
I was an adventurer once. Took an arrow to the knee.
Hmm.
I wanted to say the same thing, but I thought it was too easy.
Like your sister.
Oh, joke's on you. I got nothing.
oh God! What is that?
That's me on a bad day.
Oh no!
So that's you every day.
Oh,
Shut up.
Same though.
I'm gonna cut myself.
All right, so I assume at this point Telly's done getting all the eggs and comes back to the surface.
Yeah. You come out with some pretty sore-looking hands.
Guys, some places get really hot down there, but I did get these eggs, and I show all the eggs I did manage to get. You think we can raise them to be our own?
Maybe.
I think that sounds like a pretty good idea. At least maybe one for ourselves. Does anyone have a bowl?
Have a what?
Like the thing to eat out of, and just have the fish in there and have some water.
Oh, a bowl.
Yeah, a bowl.
No, I don't think so.
You know, we'll have to look at the magic shop once we get back. See what we can do.
How are you gonna keep those eggs moist in the meantime?
I haven't thought that far, honestly.
Just put your bag of holding underwater and open it up.
Technically, they're not breathing, so...
Yeah.
Everything else is gonna get real wet, though, including the fish meat.
And undoing the dehydration thereby.
Well, I assumed I would leave the stuff being dehydrated back at the hotel.
Oh yeah, that's... I mean, you would be able to carry 100 pounds of meat with you anyway, so...
Yeah. I assumed I left those next to my haystack.
In the barn? Why don't you sleep in a bed? We can afford it. We can afford for you to sleep in a bed.
My home is my bed. I don't...
Yeah, but you can be more comfortable.
I'm plenty comfortable in my shell.
Anything anybody else would like to do here?
I'd like to nominate Boss
Nominate boss to what?
to communicate with the mysterious voice.
Oh, are we listening to a mysterious voice now?
Do you know what language it speaks? It was in?
Nate, was it speaking to me in deep?
Yeah, deep speech. But you also heard it telepathically too, so...
I'm not entirely sure. It was a voice in my head. Well, it spoke to me.
And what did it speak to you in?
I'm not entirely sure. I know the common tongue and deep speech.
Deep speech.
Oh, alright. So, Bosk, I know you just got that helmet that lets you speak to, or at least understand any language.
You're right. Could help.
I think I also have that spell. I can cast that, and we can try talking to him.
Yeah. Would you like to go down together just in case?
All right.
I go up to Bosk and I give him my cloak of manta ray.
Oh, thank you. I was going to ask if I could borrow it from you for a moment.
Then I'll go ahead and cast Comprehend Languages.
Oh, Bosk, where we do, don't get that cloak wet.
Is this hydrophobic material? I don't imagine it's possible to actually get it. I mean, it seems. Is it dry right now? Like, does he hand it to me? Is it dry or is it soaked?
How wet is water?
Does it actually feel wet, or is it like?
I'm gonna say
I
that.
imagine that it's like hydrophobic.
Well, if it were hydrophobic, then you wouldn't be able to like go underwater with it.
It's scared of water.
Sure, you would. It just wouldn't. Get
Oh
wet.
yeah. I'd say it's probably more likely that it can get wet so that it can soak in the water. But I will say it's more like a quick drying material, so
Okay.
dry pretty quickly.
I just go, you got it. And then he'll take off his wizard's hat and he'll ask Rem to hold on to it for him.
I will take very good care of this, Bosk.
Thank you, my friend.
And then she puts it on her head and just transforms into you.
Okay. Good enough. Wait, into me, into Bosk, or into you, the dwarf?
Ooh, fair question. Bosk, though.
I hope she's got a change of clothes handy.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we know she does.
True.
And this is the beach episode, so...
True.
Yep, she just goes over to the beach and starts changing.
Good enough. All right, I put the hood up. I go, all right, Telly. What are we going to ask, or what are we going to say to this voice when we go down?
I mean, I really hope we don't ask to kill me because I don't like that.
Yeah, maybe we'll ask it. Wait, Albert, what did you exactly say?
Exactly what I said was death to Telly.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's say maybe cooked salmon or I don't know, fresh pot
Kale
of rain.
Just say death to me.
Boss tries to remember what the materials in that book were. What materials the book talked about.
For Flesh Golem.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, so the materials are largely a humanoid flesh, the stitching that's needed, some of the bolts, and some of the other various equipment that's needed. A lot of it is surgical, and some of it are things you might find at a butcher's place, or more likely like a funeral home. Mortician stuff for embalming so that it doesn't rot and so on. There's a lot of stuff.
Okay. So what's it gonna be, Telly?
Well, I know. I assume. I don't know. Let's ask for a good joke. Let's ask for the best joke.
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
And Telly's gonna dive into the water.
And Boss will put the hood up and then step into the water and start walking down into it.
All right.
What's your best joke?
And then, so you guys have the comprehend languages active.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say it first in Aquan and then in Common.
So you hear a voice that says, "Are you willing to pay the price?" It's in your head, and you recognize it as deep speech.
I'll turn to Bask. Did you hear him ask you that?
Did I hear that also, or did just Telly?
Both of you did.
Okay. And Boss will flash him a thumbs up.
Yeah. What's the price?
Everything has a cost. Are you willing to pledge loyalty to me for this?
Well, I mean, I don't know who you are, so I can't really pledge loyalty to you. I don't know if you're good or bad. Maybe if you tell me a joke, I'll be able to answer better.
You have asked something of me. You must offer something in return first.
Telly takes out one of the eggs. I have one of these. Would this help?
Keep in mind that you know how fish eggs are, right?
They're
They're
no
nothing
outer
like
shell.
reptilian eggs.
Yeah.
They don't have a shell. They are little bitty, small
Goopy.
spheres. Yep. Goopy. So one egg is like almost barely visible to the human eye. Well, depending on the species, but an egg is still very, very small for a fish.
Okay. I'll turn to Pask. Do you have anything to offer him? I don't at the moment.
And he'll just quietly go, should we just go for it?
Well, do you want to say yes to him? I mean, it's a joke, so I don't really see how it could be that bad.
Give me 1 second. I just want to check something real quick on
Alright.
the list.
It better be real good, because Telly's about to say yes.
Oh boy. If you pledge your loyalty to some dark god for a good joke, I'm gonna fucking laugh. And also, I'll have so much respect for you as a player.
I'm trying to play Telly as best I can, and a good joke is what they want.
Do it.
Damn it, I forgot that I don't think I have...
Also, I just want to point out that Telly asked for a joke, not even a good joke.
You said your best joke.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay, never mind.
I think you said, like, what's your best joke?
Okay, just kidding.
Fuck, why don't divination wizards get access to the augury spell? Like, of all things, of all spells.
You mean specifically out of the the things you achieve while leveling up, or is it?
Yeah, like you know how like a lot of classes are like, oh yeah, this like a lot of subclasses are like, oh yeah, these spells are added to like the list of spells that you can learn based on like your subtype more or less.
Yeah, like necromancers can get animate dead.
Yeah, and like they like necromancers just get animate dead, right? But divination wizards don't get any access to augury, which I would love to use right now and just pull out my little dragon knuckles and just be like, hey, would it be beneficial in the long run to pledge loyalty to this dark entity and then just try and get some weal or woe answers?
Well, even though you wouldn't necessarily be able to cast augury with the spells, you still have those enchanted from Jurgen.
I mean, true. I do have them.
Okay.
And therefore, would I be able to do something similar with my divination power?
I'm thinking you can ask a question that's more or less a yes or no question, and depending on what you roll, depends on the accuracy of the answer or the helpfulness as well.
Okay.
Okay, so
I want to try and do that real quick. And I know we're underwater, but I'm still gonna do it because it's magic. It shouldn't care about water. You can get magic a little wet, right?
You can certainly find out.
I'm gonna try and...
I was gonna ask if I can use detect thoughts, but I think I need visual for that, so that's a no.
And even if you do, well, actually, I'll pull up the spell.
I'm gonna surface real quick and just go, Albrecht.
Yeah.
Use your divine sense. What do you detect?
I use divine sense.
You do not detect fiends, undead, or celestials around you.
I wasted. Oh, there you go.
I'm sorry. And then I go back down. And I cast the bones, and I ask the question, is this entity evil?
So in this case, I would like you to roll a 1d100.
We don't know whether high or low is good. It hasn't said.
Now I'm just going to do a quick little roll myself, firm things.
But the roll is 15.
Boy, you want to know what I got on my d100?
7.
So the tens place dice is a 90, and the single digit dice has a 10. I got a natural 100.
That's a 100 on the D100. Damn.
Damn, son.
So the way that the way that the dice lands, from what you can tell, there's something very odd going on because they land in a way where they're technically not on any of their faces. They basically land on the corners and just stay upright, not able to determine an answer.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Are Telly and I still both underwater?
Well, I'm still underwater for sure.
Telly, I don't know what's going on with this, but it's beyond our scope.
Do you think we should say yes? You know, it could be a really good joke.
Look, whatever, whatever we do, green guys should stick together.
All right, so let's both say yes at the same time. Ready?
Why don't you
3,
do it? Why don't you do it for
2.
the joke? And I have another question that I would like to ask, and I'm going to see what the response is. But I'll shake. Let's shake on it.
Okay, so should I ask first, or do you want to ask your joke question?
Go ahead and ask for the joke. Ask for your joke, and I will ask something else.
All right, I say yes. I give what is necessary for the best joke that you can think of.
It is accepted. Now then.
Telly takes out a piece of paper underwater.
So it's taking beer notes then, got it.
A husband and a wife go to the ball, as in a ball thrown by a lord, a masquerade, you could say.
So not like the thing a fish sleeps in.
No.
Oh, okay.
As they attend the lord's ball, there's a different man dancing in the middle of the stage. He's doing the full measure. He's going wild with the dances. He has numerous women that he's going in between with. He's doing insane flips and incredible moves. The wife turns to her husband and says, "Do you see that guy? 15 years ago, he proposed to me, and I turned him down." And the husband says, "Looks like he's still fucking celebrating." Your soul is mine now.
Oh shit.
But the ultimate joke is you.
Oh man, that is a really good joke. Oh, it turns out I was the punchline the whole time.
This will
About to
unfold.
become the punching bag. Got him.
Fuck.
And then, boss, you hear the voice only in your head.
Oh boy.
Is there anything you would like?
And he'll speak in Orcish, and he'll say, "I need time and resources.
Anything specific?
I need a private space."
And how many resources? What's the value? You remember that's 50,000 gold.
50,000 gold's worth.
See, at the very least, you are asking for something that's worth it for you. I can give you a private space. In fact, you see a pebble in the water start levitating. I'll cast a spell on here that will allow you to enter an old demiplane I have, one I don't really use anymore. You just simply say the command word, you go into you and anything you're carrying, and that could be anything it's on. For instance, if you want to bring in larger furniture, you can bring it into your demiplane that is outside the flow of space and time.
Oh my god, he can use TM43, hidden base.
Secret power!
Once you have completed your task with it, then I may ask for the demiplane back, since I've been brokering so many good deals out here. But it is yours for the time being.
Acceptable.
Excellent.
Who are you?
That is not important. Your soul is mine.
Well,
And
this will
as
be interesting.
And as he says that, like, you see the pebbles start to shake, and there are like very strange symbols that are going out. And because you have comprehend languages, you recognize it. I'm trying to think, because deep speech doesn't actually have a written script, but you are able to see that it's penned at least using the runes of Undercommon, and it's as pretty much as close to deep speech as can be written in text form. And they're essentially runes that you recognize as being like the binding marks of a spell, including
Okay.
the name of the demiplane.
Oh, okay.
And then you also feel 50,000 gold. Actually, here's how it works. So you also see a pouch appear, and upon looking inside, you see that there are several coins that are worth roughly 200 gold each, and after counting, you see that totals 50,000.
Oh my.
Now then, anything else you would like to do in the water?
I put these things in my own bag of holding and I come back up.
Mm.
Do we, or at least do I feel any different?
Nope.
Okay, cool. I'll
You
return
feel
to the
slightly
surface.
better after having heard that joke.
It did cheer my spirits up.
Back on the shoreline, then.
Guys, he told me a really good joke.
At what cost?
You know, he said something about my soul, but I'm not sure if I really use that very much.
You know, Telly, the one he told me was not nearly as funny.
Really? What did he tell you?
He said, "Why did the rooster cross the road?"
Why?
The fuck's
He
the
just
chicken?
said to get to the other side.
It's a pretty good joke, but you know, I don't think it's with a soul.
I mean, maybe my sense of humor is just different, but look, green guys got to stick together, right? And then he puts out his hand.
I love the fact that you're hiding what you're actually doing.
I am never going.
And Telly isn't gonna incite it at all.
Uh,
Telly will reach out with his hand and shake.
It smarts a bit because it's still burned.
Oh, just kidding. He's
Hey,
gonna
look.
pretend to reach out and be like, never mind, my hand still hurts for trying to get those eggs.
Think of it this way. Now we have a really, really, really safe space to store the housewife's guide until we can destroy it.
That's
Well,
true.
what if the being that gave you that spell is actually vying for the book?
I mean, Albert didn't detect anything fiendish, and it's a book for fiends.
Yeah, but not
In
only
fact, you
were
know what?
fiends after, not only were fiends after it though, but so were the drow. Weren't the drow after it too?
Well, because
They
the drow
do
work
serve
for
a
fiends.
demon.
They serve demons. In fact, you know what? I will say this. Bosco Go, although the joke wasn't all I asked for, Telly, I also asked for something else.
Do you
a
have
safe-
2 souls?
No, it was just 2 for the price of 1.
Oh.
I guess the joke was kind of secondary to my primary goal. My primary question. Look, I was just a little embarrassed about it, so I wanted to get it out there quickly, so that I didn't have to think about it anymore. But the main thing that I asked for was a safe space. Insert snowflake joke here.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And I was given access to what is apparently, and then he looks around and makes sure there's no people around to hear what he's saying. Are there still a bunch of lake goers here?
Yeah, but they seem to be like sleeping or tanning in the late afternoon sun.
And he motions for everyone to getting close, and he goes, "It gave me access to a demiplane, a special area. I don't know what it's like yet, but it'll be a safe place for us to store the book until we can destroy it. I think that's going to be very important for our journey going forward, because we'll be... Actually, I don't know if we'll be or I'll be the only one who will be able to get to it. But either way, that means it'll be completely outside the grasp of any of these fiends or devils.
Oh, well, that sounds
And I
That
think
sounds
that might
good.
have been worth a trade.
yeah, especially if you have 2 souls, it sounds like we can deal with it.
Tell you, I only have 1 soul. I don't think anything has 2 souls.
Oh.
I mean, wait, Telly, do you have 2 souls?
Well, I don't think so. I only gave him my 1, I guess, and he only told me 1 joke, so...
I mean,
But-
technically you didn't agree. Well, no, you kind of did. Well, did he
He agree-
specifically ask you for your soul? Did you say yes, you can have my soul, or did you just say yes?
I think I just said yes. And then he was like, oh, cool, I get your soul, and I was like, alright.
Either way, what do you guys think? This might have been dangerous, but I think it's for a good cause.
Can we argue out of it in court?
If we can deliver a summons. Look, if we can find it and serve it a court summons, then maybe.
I mean, for all we know, it's just hearsay. We don't know who it was with. They didn't show themselves, so all I know is they told me a good joke, and that's pretty much it.
What's the policy on just like making soul deals with multiple different people while you're alive?
You can certainly do that. Check on that with Arcana.
I guess I will
I would
also.
love to. I would love to.
Ulrich's just given up at this point.
That's a 3.
Albert, what do you think?
I think Telly's an idiot.
22.
Okay, that's more like it. So Telly, with the 3, you're vaguely aware that people have souls and can sell them in exchange for things.
Guys, did you know you can sell your soul? I just learned that today.
Great.
Boss.
Yeah.
So you can think of it almost kind of like the principle of overdraft. Like if you pay a bunch of money to someone and then try to give the same amount to somebody else, but you're fresh out, it's kind of like, well, hold on, you're coming up empty here on your account.
Oh, your card's declining?
Yes, it's like that. However, you have also heard of instances where if a mortal tries to pledge multiple at the same time, or rather, they pledge their soul, it's not immediately taken, or rather not taken out of the mortal's body. They could technically try to do multiple deals, and all of the entities in question battle for custody of the soul.
So cool.
That's kind
But
of
there
fucking
is-
sick.
But there is a drawback.
Yes.
Whoever wins obviously gets your soul, but in order for the deal to still be valid with everyone else, since they're not walking away with your end of the bargain, you have to pay them back one way or the other,
Ah. I see.
returning what you gave them, or rather what they gave you, or equivalent value. But if the person you made the deal with is dead, the deal is invalid.
So we need to kill them.
You can certainly try.
Alright, I have an idea.
Oh my God.
Just kidding.
Real quick, do I know what the command word is for this thing?
Yeah, it's inscribed on it's one of the different markings on the stone.
Okay.
Anything else you'd like to do at the lake?
No, I think I'm getting a little bit sunburnt.
Telly's just gonna wash his shell out, clean it up a
Alright.
little bit, and then be ready to go.
All right. Is everybody heading back to the inn?
Yes. And disappointment.
Disappointment.
All right. So you
Yeah,
get back.
you could still hop in there. and make a
No.
deal.
It's because my colleagues.
Mm.
So I didn't realize I was on mute this time. Charitone.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she was supposed to go to that wreckage ship off the coast.
Yes. Yes. So we could definitely do that. So is there anything you would like to do with the ships? I'll put
You
us
should
back.
make a deal.
No, I just wanted to inspect it, see
Yep.
what was going on over there.
So do an investigation check, please.
Yeah, no problem. 13 plus 4, 19.
All right. So by doing a good casing of the ship, you do see that it seems to have run aground a little bit ago, maybe a couple months. You can see that it was kind of a party boat that crashed right on the edge, probably because they misjudged the tide, and because of that, you do see quite a few dead bodies that are very much scalded and burned from the constant boiling water. And below decks, you see a couple of chests full of something. You can't see the inside without physically going there to inspect the chests.
Yeah, she's gonna fight out and expect the chest.
All right. Don't get his hopes up. It's fun.
I will team another one.
You can certainly try. Now then, you look at the chests and you see that they are both locked.
Question: is it possible for Shiva to use her claw as a lockpicking?
I'm gonna say no. A claw is not necessarily enough to fulfill the purpose of a lockpick because The thing about lockpicks is you have to have something that's particularly long enough to get all the way where the tumblers are.
Alright, that's fine. Because I have thieves' tools, so. I didn't want to use them because I'm lazy.
They're only gonna ask for your soul. It's not that bad.
Telly, did you sell your soul?
Well, yeah, but I don't feel that much different.
Yet.
You know, honestly, I feel a little bit better now that I sold it.
Let's have some testimonials from real customers.
I felt better after I sold my soul to the devil, and so can you.
Before I tried
10 out of
Voice,
10
I was weighed down
devils.
by depression and angst. But after getting rid of that weighty soul, my life is full of joy. I feel so much lighter. Depression can weigh you down, so get rid of that pesky soul and get something cool while you're at it.
10 out of 10 demons have testified that they have benefited from you selling your soul to them.
Wow!
I'll take 6.
Wait a minute.
Alright, anything else?
What else I could think of? I think we've already gone and done it.
Telly's just gonna try and figure out a way to incubate those eggs.
That's
Fair
what you
enough.
should have asked for.
So for the time being, you can use any sort of nature survival check, see if there's anything you can carry them in.
Oh no. Oh no. No. Use nature or survival?
One or the other.
And that's gonna be a 8.
Can I help you to give you advantage?
Yeah, you can. Roll it.
Oh yay. Okay, that's a 14. Better.
Okay. So after looking around, so Shiva, how did you bring the gold back with you?
I put it in my bag of holding.
Alright. So with your survival check, Telly, you're kind of looking around. You saw that Shiva went to the ship remains, and you asked if she saw anything there. And Shiva, you did find like a kind of golden bowl that can be used.
Oh. And she pulls out the golden bowl. Ta-da! Bowl.
And you have plenty of boiling water around you to fill it with.
Oh, this is wonderful. And I'll put the eggs inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And then Shiva pulls out the organ and puts it in the bowl to keep the eggs warm.
Oh,
Nice.
that's a real good idea. Someday we could probably try and farm these fish and sell them for profit later. Or for, I don't know, other things. We'll see, I haven't thought that far.
Alright. You guys have a couple of pretty interesting resources at your hands now. Anything else anybody would like to do? Either when you get back to town or at the lake?
I think that's gonna be everything for Telly.
Same for Shiva.
Damn.
Alright, Albrecht, you, Flaxanax?
Nope.
Gonna go home or to the tavern.
Alright. So at this point, it's getting close to... It's like pretty late in the evening. And I'm going to call that this is the end of session with a long rest. So next time, you'll have completed a long rest and it will be morning.
Awesome.
Well, this has been fabulous.
Yes.
What the fuck was that fish? Jesus Christ.
Glub glub, the fish whispers in your ear.
Glub glub as I stab the fish in
Whoa.
the face.
Nice. Oh,
I still can't get over the Tom and Jerry photo. It is the most accurate thing.
shit was pretty funny.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, you big fish. Have these other people kill you.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck, I sold my soul.
Same.
At least you have a soul.
It's okay. We did it together.
I love the fact that how when I asked him if I felt any different, he's like, yeah, you feel a little bit better. I'm like, alright. Sounds good.
That's great. You literally feel better.
That was a good joke. Marriage. I too have commitment issues.
I can't fucking wait to see how this pans out.
I can't wait to see the fish I can raise up in an army.
It's gonna be an
Flying fish
army
army.
of flying steam fish.
Yes. They will be called Georgie 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Wait, shouldn't it start at Georgie 2?
Nah, fuck it, he's number 1. He didn't die.
He's number 1. True,
Plus,
fair.
plus, they don't know their father. I mean, honestly, I also don't know if that's actually their parents. I just stole eggs.
Also true.
That was my favorite session for sure. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our nice little lake episode.
That somehow immediately turned bad.
It's yeah, it went incredibly off the rails, and then it went further. You were just quite a giant, scalding, flying fish, and then sell your soul to a dark entity.
Here's the thing, I've almost done like 7 times, so I might as well just die and come back as someone's like minion. Hopefully that I can't die as often.